Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Welcome back to the Random Show with your host, Agosino Zinga. Random Show. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? What's happening? What's crack-a-lacking? Can you see me? Can you hear me? It's a Random Show. We're back once again. We are back once again. Can you see me? Can you feel me? Hopefully you can. I think you should be. Fingers crossed you are. What's crack-a-lacking? What's happening, people? What's the deal? Let me know, Wagwan. Can you see me? Can you hear me? I hope you can see me and hear me. Everything else in between. What's good, people? What's good? What's good? What's good? Long time no see. Episode number 301 of the Random Show. Hope you're well wherever you are. Hope you're goody. Hope you're goody. Well, actually, my hands aren't moisturized, are they? You can tell. Look at that. Look how fucking light my hands are compared to my face. Oh, lack of moisturizer is killing me right now. Yikes. Big up everybody. Appreciate you for tuning in. Appreciate you so much. Whoops. Let's moving a bit closer here. Loads of things to catch up on. Loads of things to go over. Random show settings. We're back in the house. Make sure you are strapped in. Got your fucking hydration going. You know, man's out here with the Evians. What you got out here? Get your hydration on. Get your hydration on, people. Make sure you're hydrated, and that doesn't include coffee. Okay, make sure you're properly hydrated, adequately hydrated. That does not include coffee. Please make sure you are. We are back. We are back. We are back. Random show settings with your host, Agosino Zinga. I'm so happy to be here with you today. What's crack-a-lacking, Adizi? What's good? I'm also Assad Aziz, sorry, I didn't see you there. What's happening?
Agostinho Zingano, everybody's favorite Africano.
What's going on, Assad? Well, go on, Assad Aziz. Everybody's favorite Africano. I wouldn't go that far. Mate, but I appreciate you same way. Everybody's favorite Africano, you know. What's going on? Why is it not showing on my thing? Why can't I see the thing on my thing? Am I actually meant to be? Am I alive where I'm meant to be? Hope I am. I think I am. Can you guys see me properly? Because I don't know why it's not showing up on my side of the internet. Okay, it's showing live. Okay, cool. Maybe it's just my computer is being a bit weird. It's showing live, but for some reason the place that I'm on now isn't showing it. My little monitor here on the side isn't showing me that I'm live. Am I live now? Can you show me myself, please? Is that possible, you piece of crap? Can you show me myself? Can you show me myself, please? Can I see myself? Can you show me myself? Alright, I trust anyway. I know I am live. It doesn't fucking matter. Who gives a shit? Let's just crack on with the show. Big up everybody tuning in. Appreciate you. Big up everybody for confirming that you see me. I appreciate that because I'm pretty dark. So if you can see me, that's a positive. Big up everybody tuning in. Random show episode number 301. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. So yeah, many things to go on, talk about, mostly comedy shit. Obviously I've missed a bunch of stuff. I've been away and shit, working, keeping my head down, being a good kid that I'm meant to be. So we're back in the hot seat today and tomorrow and probably a few more during the week. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Okay. Getting water all over me face. Let's fucking go. Let's actually put this over here so I don't get in trouble. Let's go. Yeah, big gulps only. You know how it is, bro. You know how it is. We out here, you know what I mean? Gulp gang. You feel me? Don't if I ask you to have a sip of your drink, best believe I'm gonna finish it. Best believe if I ask you to have a sip of your drink, best believe I'm finishing that shit. Don't let me touch your can of drink. Don't let me touch your bottle of drink. If I ask you for a sip, best believe I'm finishing that shit. 1, 2 gulps is gone. 1, 2 gulps is gone. Big up everyone in the stream chat. I appreciate you. So let's move on. Let's get straight into it. So first things first. What the fuck? So someone explain to me, what the fuck is going on with Diddy's sons? Please somebody tell me Why the fuck are Diddy's sons doing what they're doing now? Diddy's sons were ready to fight Ray J. Chris Brown swoops in. Look at that headline. Chris Brown swoops in to stop it. What a crazy headline. Diddy's sons wanted to fight Ray J. I'm assuming for what he may have said or didn't say about Diddy. And then Chris Brown had to stop them from rushing Ray J at some party. Like, what the fuck are his sons doing? Like, do they not understand they're not helping him? They're actually hurting him. And they're making themselves look crazy in the process. Let's scroll down. Diddy's sons were about to get ready. Diddy's sons were about ready to get into an all-out fisticuffs with Ray J at the recent Halloween party, but put their plans on pause thanks to an unexpected hero. Sources tell TMZ that the rap moguls' three sons, Christian, Quincy, and Justin, got into a heated face-off with Ray J outside influencer Tara Electra's unruly agency Halloween Bash in Los Angeles, California. Let's continue on. We're told that when the party wrapped up in the early hours, Ray J made his way to the parking lot along with his crew, Amber Rose and manager David Weintraub, but was confronted by Diddy's three sons. Sources say the siblings surrounded the singer. Honestly, man, there are some occasions as a man where the person who threatens or who offers to fight you is sometimes so insulting to your manhood, you have to KIL them. You know what I mean? There are some instances as a man where the mere look of a person, their voice, the way they carry themselves, just them stepping to you in a certain way is so insulting to your manhood, to your pride, to your ego, that you just have no other choice but to put them 6 feet under. You know what I mean? Sources say siblings confronted singer as they were upset at some of the public comments Ray J had made about the Bad Boy Records founder amid his legal woes. Legal woes, you know? They're calling it legal woes, people. They're calling it legal woes. Legal woes. I think it's a lot more. I think it's a lot more than legal woes. We're told things got heated between the men when the group getting each other's faces and chest bumping one another. Sources claim that Justin and Christian made it clear that they wanted to fight. Mate, I would have. Oh, honestly, if I was Ray J, I would have went crazy on them. Like, are you dumb? I'm having an opinion on your dad basically being a diddler, basically being the black fucking Jeffrey Epstein, and you have a problem with that. You want to fight me because your dad might be the black Jeffrey Epstein. Are you having a laugh? It's not like this guy got caught embezzling funds or something, right? Like, or he scammed the fucking record industry or some shit. He's been accused of some pretty heinous things that the majority of the world has an opinion on. What they're going to do, they're going to fight everybody who has an opinion on their dad. Like, they need to relax, man. They need to fucking relax. The incident didn't escalate further than this. However, Chris Brown, who witnessed everything going on from his car, rushed out and defused the situation with Ray J's manager David by pulling Justin and Christian away. We're told others who stepped in also to mend the situation, resulting in no injuries. Honestly, man, only in LA with all these beautiful ladies around, all of these whores, all this free alcohol, drugs and shit, you want to fight another man because he has an opinion on something that your very public dad and super celebrity dad got involved in and the situation that he's in. Really, come on, man. Halloween's like the prime time as well for slurs, right? Like, if you're in the business of like acquiring whores, Halloween is like a great time. You could imagine how hoary Halloween must get in LA with everybody with their fucking slutty outfits on, being cheeky, letting their hair down, going crazy. You should be in there, literally, crushing fentanyl on these people's collarbones and sniffing it off them. You should be fucking balancing bottles of tequila off their asses and shit. You should be playing fucking, I don't know, naked, fucking table tennis somewhere in someone's mansion, right? You shouldn't be trying to fight somebody for an opinion. Like, what is this? What has the world come to? This wasn't the first time Diddy's sons confronted Ray J either, as we're told the kids approached him. So I guess you know what's really messed up about this? Diddy's kids think they can beat up Ray J. Diddy's kids think Ray J's a mark. That's what I'll be annoyed by if I was Ray J. Diddy's kids don't respect you. Diddy's kids should be looking at you like you're an uncle, but they don't respect you. They're looking at you like you're a boy. Do you know what I mean? They think if they all team up together, like on some Power Rangers thing, right? They all kind of interlock their arms together. They think they can come and give you a business. Ray J, you gotta show them the business. You gotta be like, okay, cool. I'm a man. You gotta be like, I'm a grown ass man. You could all be my sons, and you gotta like, like when a father has a son, and the son challenges them to basketball, or challenges them playing catch, or maybe kicks the ball at them a little bit hard when they're in goal. You have to remind your son that you're still the dad. You have to fucking put it on them. Score 5 on their head top. Smash their face, like barge them into the fence. Make them cut their knee or something. That's what you gotta do. So I think Ray J's gotta remind these kids that they're kids. He's gotta pack them in. He's gotta pack them in like a dad would, like real pack them in. Like, look, I don't want to do this, but you have to learn. That kind of packing, like, son, I don't want to do this. Like, it hurts me doing this. Please believe it's breaking my heart that I have to beat your ass, but I'm gonna get inside that ass, right? And we know, Ray J's got booty goons, right? We know Ray J's got booty goons, so he should be getting into that ass, and letting those hands go, letting that tongue go. Pause. Or can you say pause? You say let that tongue go? You can't really, can you? Because it's already kind of what it is, isn't it? You can't really say pause if you say let that tongue go, but you know what I mean. They need to get in that ass. He needs to get in that ass. We're told Ray J has always been open to having a conversation with Diddy's sons, though he was willing to fight. And to be fair, like, if you're the same height as your sons and your daughters, you got no. From time you're the same height as your sons and your daughters, nah, I'm not having it. I'm not having it, bro. The whole family's the same height. I'm not having it. I'm not fucking having it. You're not trying to beat me up. Especially on Halloween, all the hoes are around, all the man them are around, right? All the fellas, all the lads are here, all the hoes are here. Nah, all the sponsors are here. You're not packing me out. All your kids are the same height as you. I'm not having it. I'm not having it, bro. You're all the same height. I'm not having it. I'm beating up the little girls. They're beautiful, little pretty little angels. I'm beating up the girls. I'm sorry. I don't discriminate. I'm packing the girls in. I'm packing the sons in. You know what I mean? If dad comes out, I'm packing him in. He hasn't heard me eating right anyway. He's probably going to lose 20, 30 pounds. He's going to be all frail and, be worrying about his legacy. Like, come on, man. Ray J's got to pack these kids in. Like, even one of them isn't even Diddy's son. This kid. I swear this kid isn't even technically Diddy's son. He's just got adopted, no? I think Diddy was dating his mum, but he's the son of some other kid. You're not even Diddy's actual son. And you're trying to step to me to defend your dad. He's not your dad. What is your what is it? Is he even your stepdad? Does that even count? Is he actually your stepdad? I guess he's, because he's dating your mum. Or he was dating your mum. That's a weird one, isn't it? He was dating your mum so that he became your stepdad. But then now your mum isn't dating him anymore, but you're still calling him your dad. Huh? And best believe he's only calling Diddy his dad because it's Diddy. If that was some other guy, he would have bounced at the next guy. Because it's Diddy, he's like, hey, I'm staying here, man. I'm not going home. Fuck that. I'm staying here. I'm staying here. You know what I mean? I'm not moving. I'm staying here. This is a good situation. Like, imagine your mom goes through a couple bad relationships, and then she ends up with this guy being your stepdad. You must be looking at it thinking, oh my God, I've lucked out. I've lucked out, bro. Oh, his mum's dead. Okay, full. Yeah, the singer's I'll Be Sure, innit? I think the singer's I'll Be Sure. Legendary R&B singer from back in the day, from the 90s. Yeah, I say like 90s, maybe late 80s and stuff. So I'll Be Sure, I think, is the dad, because he looks exactly like I'll Be Sure when he was younger as well, which is another piss take. You look like I'll Be Sure, and here you are claiming that Diddy's your dad. Like, allow it. But yeah, man. In a way, I kind of rate the kids in a way. I kind of have weird respect for the kids for standing up for their dad the way they're standing up for him, Don't you guys feel the same way? I kind of respect the kids a little bit for like standing up for their dad the way they're standing up for him. But these kids also need to be aware of the allegations. The allegations aren't some like scamming thing. They're not some embezzlement thing. Like, he's been accused of like, some pretty heinous things against children, against young women. The video of him beating up Cassie. And here they are beating up people who have an opinion on him. They posted that statement. Remember that? Do you see that statement? the family put out on, I think Diddy's Instagram, wasn't it? Was it Diddy's Instagram? Let's see if I can find it. I think it might have been Diddy's Instagram. They put out a statement basically saying, "Oh, please don't believe the rumors." It's like, bruh, like the rumors. Don't believe what's on there. Our dad is a perfect dad or something. I forgot what it was. Okay, cool. It's not that. I forgot when it was. Somewhere, someone put some fucking statement out there, you know, about whatever they're going through, and yeah, man, I don't know what to think of all this shit. But one thing I know for sure, I don't think these kids are helping their dad. They're making the situation far worse. These kids are making the situation far fucking worse, man. They need to chill the fuck out. I get it. I understand why they're pissed, but they need to chill out. Now, what did he say on the news? What about this incident? Big up Asada's no. What did he say on the news about this incident? Pick up Joe for my head. Oh, his mum is dead. Okay, cool. Mum died. Alright, cool. Bless. Keep it moving. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just think they're really saying people are getting their butts. So, oh yeah, I saw that. That's legendary. That was when he bumped into that's a money team rant, isn't it? That's a money team rant. That's a legendary rant from Ray J. But he seems like he's chilled out a bit, because I think Ray J of old would have crashed out on these kids. I think he's on his meds, or maybe he's sober or something, because I think a Ray J of old would have returned fire with fire. He would have went crazy on these kids, but he's probably chilling out. But I don't know. I think these kids need to chill. I understand what they're going through is probably quite terrible. You know, no one else is probably, you know, there's very few people that have gone through what they've gone through or are going through what they're going through, but they're not helping the dad. They're not helping Diddy. They're really not helping his case. And it's making the whole family look fucking crazy. But it makes sense though, to be fair, in a way, if you think about it. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. These kids are quite redacted. And it seems like Diddy is also quite redacted. So it makes sense why they're acting that way, you know? They learned from their pops. So I guess it is what it is, but fucking hell, Ray J getting beaten up by Diddy's sons. Who would have seen that happening? Ray J getting beaten up by Diddy's sons. Who would have seen that happening? And Chris Brown stopping it, basically. What an absolute weird timeline we're living in, man. What an absolute weird timeline we're living in. Anyway, moving on. Have you guys seen this stuff going viral on social media about car payments in the States? Honestly, you Americans are fucking insane. But I'm pretty sure if I was to dig into UK car Twitter or UK car social media, I'll probably find people here who do the same thing. But these payments people are making for cars, I don't know what this monthly payment thing is about. You people are insane. Like, cars are never that important, but I guess if you live in a place like America, with it being as big as it is, your car is basically your second, it maybe even more important than your house. To get to and fro places you need to go to, you have no other ways to do it. But some of these payments people are making on their cars, oh my god.
Bro, why the fuck would you guys do this shit to me? Bro, you can't have shit nice and easy. I swear to God, man, you can't have shit nice and easy.
I guess when he says AZ is meaning Arizona. Yo, big up Callen in the chat as well. Free Hummers, no car payment. That's real money. Yeah, that's that real money shit. That's that long bapa money, you know? That's not play around money. That's that long money. Real money shit. That's that spend 7 years in college money.
Easy. Why would y'all do this, bro? Why would y'all do?
Grace, what's the highest payment you've ever seen?
$1,784.
Demetrius,
Yes, sir.
what's the highest payment you've ever seen?
Oh, like 2,100.
Imagine paying that. Imagine paying 2,100 monthly car payments. Could you imagine? Yo, big up, NJ Ranger.
Ape Still Toes truck payment was $1K a month.
Excuse me? $1K a month. That's insane. What's that for? For what did he have? Like a Ford F-150 or something? Oh my god. Fucking hell. He's like, big up Ricky Picture. I don't even drive. And I know you gotta pay insurance. You gotta pay stuff like parking. You gotta put petrol in it. You gotta, regularly fix it if shit goes wrong. Somebody pops a window, whatever. Things happen with cars. Imagine you're already paying $1,000 a month for the car alone. On top of everything, like, nah, you can't be paying that much. Nah. That's too much. That's too much, man. That's fucking too much, bro. Exactly. Big up Apex. People are paying more for their, exactly. My mortgage is $400. People are paying more on their car payment. Some people are paying on their mortgage. Like, what the fuck? You're big up Chris Mack. Wild one. He had a Chevy Tahoe High Country. His car payment was famously more than his child support. Oh, what is that car? By the way, Chevy Tahoe High Country. What is that? I never heard of that. What is a Chevy Tahoe High Country? Guess. I'm assuming that's like a pickup truck or something, right? Yeah, so was it a pickup truck? Oh no, it's an SUV. Oh, it's the one that all the presidents drive. Oh, really? That's the one they always do in movies, in like thrillers. Like people in the CIA, FBI always driving these things, right? Blacked out. Why would somebody, are these things fun to drive day to day? As a daily driver, are they fun? Why would you drive this? I always think of this stuff like being like undercover cops, people in law enforcement. People just drive these on a regular. Okay, I didn't know that. Let's continue. Oh yeah, yo, big up Uche in the chat. Wow, go on, long time no see. Long time no see. But yeah, look, listen to some of these car payments, man. Listen to some of these car payments.
Roy, what's the highest car payment you've ever seen?
It was $1,958.
Jesus. Leslie, what's the highest payment you've seen?
1,400.
Hey guys, what's the highest payment y'all have ever seen?
$2,435.
March?
3,200.
God almighty. God almighty.
Bailey,
Yes.
what's the highest car payment you've seen?
I wouldn't have a clue because I'm the marketing manager.
Patrick,
Sir,
what's the highest payment you've seen?
highest payment I've seen, probably like $1,900.
Bro, what's the highest car payment you've ever seen?
$2,500 and you can be next.
Why do you guys say 2,500 not 2,500? I've always wondered in America, why do you guys say numbers like that? Why do you guys say 2,500 and not just say 2,500? It's such an odd way to like say that number, no? Numerically. It's 2,500, it's not 2,500. Why do you say it that way? I'm sure there's a reason behind it, but why do you say it that way? Because it's quicker. Paper plate eating ass motherfuckers, man. Like, why do you say 2,500, not just 2,500? It's just quicker. Okay. Americans are lazy. Like, you so fewer syllables. We lazy, bro. Okay, fair play. It's 2,000. It's 20. It's anyway. Whatever. Big up, Abe Martinez.
And people look down on me for owning an older car.
Yo, I don't. What's happened? There's a girl later on in this clip, by the way, who's gonna explain it. But what happened to people? Big up Abe Martinez. What happened to people just like being okay with like? Or no, what happened to people buying an older car but making sure they can buy it outright? So instead of paying 2,500 on a car note, why not just take that 2,500 and just buy an older car that you can own outright? Well, like, I understand having a new car is great, but like, just have a car you can own outright and have no payments, and that money you saved. You know, I don't understand that. But to be fair as well, you guys do make more than us anyway. You guys make way more than us. Like, you know, my roles, marketing, social media, customer service and shit, you guys make 2 times what I make here in the UK. So if the salaries are good, you can obviously maybe afford, you know, to go a little bit crazy with some of the purchases or some stuff you have on payments. But I don't know, man. I don't know if I could ever justify paying the same amount as what I'm paying on rent or as a mortgage for a car. Like, that's insane.
Bro, there's like a sea of cars out here, man. Look at this. Cars are neck and neck with each other. Look. You think that's all? Look, all that. Charges and challenges. But look at all this, man. Easy about 80 cars. 80 charges and challenges all in one spot.
So that green car that Brendan's got, isn't that rare then, is it? Is that the same one? It's not that rare then, is it? There's like loads of them just like lined up in this guy's parking lot or where he sells his cars at.
Yeah, bumper to bumper out here, man.
700 is the new car payment average. And that's so crazy because, you know, auto repos is 30% on all auto repos. That's reported in the third quarter right now. That means that 1 out of 3 people are going to get their cars repoed, roughly.
Oh my God. 1 out of 3 people get their cars repoed. So how long are people keeping their payments up? Like, I'd love to know what the minimum amount of time is people keep their repos. No, what's the minimum amount of time people make their car payments? Do you think it's less than 6 months? Yeah, people said 3. Joe, 3 months. I wonder what the time is. It's 3 months max, 6 months max. And then they immediately fall off the wagon and they can't keep up the payments anymore. Wow. I would love it. Imagine if we lived in a world, right? Imagine if we lived in a world where you could get your phone repossessed. I think people would start paying their payments. If you could get your phone repossessed once you missed a couple of bills, payments, people would pay their payments way more. Like if someone could come and repossess your phone, like imagine they could track you or something and they take your phone if you miss. They yank your phone, they give you a burner. People would learn to pay their payments, make their payments a lot more.
1 out of 3. That is a crazy statistic. That means if you got a friend group of 3 people, that means one of your friends is falling back or getting their shit repoed. And people that's late on their payments is almost 10%. That's delinquent 90 days or longer. That just shows you how bad, you know, that new average of $900 or $700 a month is crazy. Also, the average American loan.
Yo, big up the black
Don't
American.
give them ideas.
Big up Black American. Fair play, fair play.
Down payments, negative equity, meaning you owe less or more than what you owe. That means like.
Big up Asada, he's, I'll never respect a man with a band-aid on his nose. You know what's funny? That's not a band-aid, is it? That's like one of those respiratory things, isn't it? To open up his actual nose. So it's actually not a band-aid. It's actually, he uses it to, I don't know, maybe he needs to sing. Maybe he does too much blow on a weekend or something. That's not actually a band-aid. It's actually something to help him breathe, you know? Which is even more lame, which is way lamer. It's actually more GAY to have a band-aid to help you breathe as opposed to just have a band-aid on there because, you know, you busted your nose or something. It's like, bruh, what are we doing here? But big up, he's giving some good info though.
Like if you owe a $20,000 car, the average is $6,000 negative, meaning that you would owe 14 or that your car's worth 14 and you owe 20,000. So your average negative down payment or negative down or negative equity is 6,000. That's crazy. So yeah, I mean, just be careful. If you got an auto loan, try to make extra payments. Try to pay it off as quick as possible because this way you can get out of that, you know, shithole that the majority of Americans are in right now.
If you have a
Yo, big up Boston Casey. Wagwan.
Look up at Jothiker Plug on again. You'll see people paying $500 for 427 months. Paying over $200,000 for a $30,000 car.
No. That's gonna make me angry. I'll save that for. I'll save that account for. Was that Joe the car plug? I'll save that account for part 2. I'm not gonna watch it now. That made me angry. Excuse me. $500 for 400 and. I guess I've been lucky because I've never really been, because when I went to, like, I've never had credit cards and stuff, right? So my credit isn't really good, to be fair. Even though I make payments, I pay my bills on time and shit, my credit has never been good because I've never really taken loans. I've never had credit cards and shit. So I've always hated payment plans. Always hated like people buying things on layaway, all that Klarna shit. I fucking hate it. So when I see people doing that, like the only thing that I have got that's on like a payment plan is at my phone. Like that's it, and that's like a monthly phone thing. But everything else, I'm not doing that monthly payment. 427 months or 500, like you said, you're the maths isn't mathing. To 30 grand car, you're paying 200k for it. Are you dumb? Like, I don't know, man. I'm gonna check this out later, but big up Austin Casey. I'm gonna check this account out for the part 2 of the show, because it's gonna make me mad if I do check the account. And yeah, I'm gonna get mad. I'm already gonna get mad. This woman's gonna make me mad. I'm already gonna get mad. She's gonna make me so angry, and I can't shout because it's really late. I'm gonna check this out tomorrow. This is gonna be part 2, but I know she's gonna make me mad. I know Auntie right here is gonna make me mad. No sis right here is gonna make me fucking furious. So I'm not gonna go there. But big up Austin Casey. I'll save it for part 2. You're a ledge. Oh god.
Car payment, or you're planning to have a car payment soon, please listen to this. I bought my first car, like had to take out a loan and everything, recently. And when I was there, the car salesman actually taught me a fucking hack. He told me to pay half every 2.
Yo, big up Assad.
Fresh Fit Walter pays $17K for his Lambo SVJ.
No. You're not saying what I think I'm saying. You're not saying what I think you're saying. You're not saying what I think you're saying. You're not saying what I think you're saying. You are not saying what I think you're saying. No way is that guy paying $17,000 a month. Shut up, man. Shut up. No, I don't believe it. Shut up. Shut up. No fucking way. No fucking way. Fresh and fit. Let's do Lambo. No fucking way. You're gonna make me angry. I can't scream. No fucking way is this true. This isn't true. No way. This isn't true. Fresh and Crit, can't believe I bought this. What is it? Where is it? We're about to buy a new Lambo. I'm gonna get angry. I can't do this. I got notice for next. Honestly, you guys are gonna get me furious. You're gonna get me fucking furious, man. Nah, I can't do this. I can't watch this right now. But big up Aziz. Oh my god. You could probably buy, like, how much is a Lamborghini Gallardo? How much is a Lamborghini Gallardo? That old one from back in the day. How much is that one? How much is that? How much does that go for? This, a Lamborghini Gallardo. You could probably get one like this. What's wrong with driving a Lamborghini Gallardo? What's wrong with driving this? Why won't you just buy this cash? What's wrong with driving this? What is wrong with driving this Lambo? Honestly, what's wrong with this? It's still a Lambo. It looks fucking hot as fuck. What's wrong with it? Why would you spend 17K on an SVJ just so you can have the new, like, why? Look at this. Look how beautiful this guy is. It actually is a better design than SVJ anyway. No? Anyway, what the fuck do I know? Let's go back. I'm not now. No crash out. Big up King Bayo. No crash out.
2 weeks instead of paying in full once a month. This is the most basic fucking hack ever, but I cannot fucking explain the difference it has made. My first initial payment when I first bought my car, like that first, like, sum you pay, you know, I pay that in full. I didn't pay, obviously, every 2 weeks because that was my first payment. 80% of it went to interest and 20% went to my principal. And now that I've been paying every 2 fucking weeks because it knocks off the interest like crazy, 80% of my money goes towards the principal amount of my car payment. Do you fucking understand how much money I am saving? And paying every 2 weeks, you get an extra payment by the end of the year, so you pay it off even faster than you already are. Life changing.
The other day, I was driving with my sister in her car. She's like 2 years older than me, and she's had the same car since she was in high school, like her senior year or whatever. She got her car and she's had it. It's paid off completely, okay? And I got my car when I was a senior as well, but when I got my car, there was no more key. Like, you don't put your key in the ignition, it's a push start. So I've always had cars with push start all my life, and I've had 3 cars, okay? My sister has had the same car.
Please don't tell me you find it hard to drive cars that don't have push starts. You find it hard to put the key in the ignition. Is this what this girl's gonna say? She's willing to spend extra on a monthly car payment as long as the car has a push start. No, this can't be true. No, this girl can't be saying this. Come on, girl. Really? You can't put the key in the ignition? It's really that much difficult? They just press, like, really?
Car since high school. So the other day when I went with her, she was driving and all I hear is the keys dangling. I was like, that's annoying. And then I was
We're all so different, innit? We're all so different. The thing that drives her crazy is hearing the keys dangling when her sister's driving her car. She doesn't like the sound of the keys dangling. Huh?
I was like, how are you gonna back out without a camera? Because she literally grew up without a backup camera. I cannot drive without a backup camera. Like, I need.
I understand the backup cameras probably help way more than just looking at the review mirror, but not being able to back up at all unless you have a backup camera is fucking insane. What type of driver are you then? You can only drive cars that have push start. You can't back up in cars that don't have cameras. What type of driver are you? How do you even pass your test? What? Big up Ricky
Need the
picture.
keys for bumps.
She's probably one of those people as well that only carries like a single key as well. Doesn't like a key ring. Just one single key. That's it. Or no keys. Oh, big up. Bigger picture.
I need to see what's back there. And then like to go into drive and park and all that, she has the little stick thing. I don't know what it's called. And
She has the little stick thing. I don't know what it's called. She has the little stick thing. I don't know what it's called. You think this girl's trolling a little bit?
my cars have always had buttons. Look, like this. See all the buttons?
Buttons.
Okay, so
like Joe Buttons. Listen again. Hear the buttons. Joe Buttons.
Buttons. Look, like this. See all the buttons? Okay, so I was like, how do you even drive this car? Like, I'm not even trying to be mean or be like annoying, but I was like, oh my gosh, this is so crazy. But
how do you drive this car? She would faint if she. My dad used to have this. What's that Land Rover with like 3 gearboxes? Big up, my dad used to have this Land Rover from back. Is it like an army one? Land Rover? Is it an army one? It's got like 3 gear. It's got like 3 gear sticks. She would faint. My dad used to drive this back in the day. My mom made him sell it though. Big up my dad. Is it a Land Rover? What is it? Is that what was it back? Yeah, like a car like that. Like back in the day, that'd have 2 gearboxes. She would faint if she saw that shit. What is it? There we go, something like that. I remember my dad having a car like this, like a truck, like a Land Rover. I don't know, is it a Land Rover, a Jeep? I don't know which one it was, but it was an old army looking one. And it had 3 gear, like it had this. What you seeing right there? He had this shit. You see this 3 gear sticks? Like she'd be going crazy. I don't know what that shit is. This woman is fucking amazing.
she literally has no car payment. I've had 3 cars. I have $1,000 car payment. Okay, she is smart. She does not have a car payment.
$1,000 car payment. $1,000 car payment. I get it, man. America's a big place. You need your car, and a lot of you guys spend a lot of time in your cars. Clearly, as this woman shows, I think there's probably, if you had to add up, I think North America must have the most people who make most of their videos in their cars. I don't think there's I don't think anyone comes close to matching the amount of people, content creators on social media across all platforms who film themselves in their cars. People's cars become like they're like their studios, So people do a lot in their cars. So I understand it, but £1,000, $1,000. Wow. Big up AJ Ranger.
Bro, why do you always presume dumbazzes are trolling?
I don't know. I'm Christian. I'm a good boy. I don't want to think the worst of people. I just want to help. I just hope she's just trying to be high. I don't want to think she's dumb. I don't want to think she's R-worded. Big up Eddie.
That a manual Jeep with heel of 4x4 manual.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there we go. That Emmanuel Jeep with a high-low 4x4, man. Yeah, there we go. You put it in much better terms. Exactly. Yeah, big up Bert Reynolds. Exactly. Gullible Aggie. I keep telling you, man. I want to think the best of people. I don't want to think people are redacted. Like, I really don't would want to think people are genuinely redacted. I want to it's just like them trolling, being funny, ha ha he he. Let me troll. Let me do a bit of rage bait, a bit of dumb bait. You know, dumb bait, is it? Yeah? Dumb bait, low IQ bait. Like, I hope that's a thing, but I could be wrong.
And I'm like, wow, I should have kept my first car.
All right, make sure y'all good. What's up, community? Just to talk about, man, these car payments is getting crazy, not gonna lie. Like, I know a guy at my job that just, his parents co-signed it for him, right? Got him a Volkswagen.
Hey, yo. Are you a girl or are you a guy? Huh? People like this would be a good colleague though. They'll give you good bants. They got good jokes. But hey, are you a guy or a girl? Come on, clear it up.
15K. I got a Ford F-150 2008 for 15K. Yeah, I got scammed, it looked like. But let me know in the comments what cars y'all got, and like and subscribe so we can go up in the algorithm. Thanks.
Big up.
I don't care that I have a $700 car note. I don't care because I'm in this car a lot, right?
$700. $700.
Think about it. We commute to work, to the gym, to the stores. We're in this car 1-2 hours every day. Best believe that I'm gonna drive something that I like and that I'm comfortable in. And I don't care about that Apple CarPlay, whatever everybody's obsessed with. What I care about is that my windows roll up and down, that I don't have any check.
Yo, big up, Addy Z. Appreciate you. Welcome, Addy Z.
Hi, Pat.
Welcome, Addy Z. What's the issue with Apple CarPlay, by the way? Can people explain that? I've heard a lot of people on American YouTube, car YouTube, talk about Apple CarPlay. What's the issue with that? Does it not work on most cars or something? Why is that a big problem? Why are the people, or don't you just plug in your phone with like an adapter or something? Why would it be an issue? If it doesn't have CarPlay, why would you care? Just plug your phone into like an adapter and have it play through the sound system, no? Why is that a problem? Or just connect it to Wi-Fi? But I heard a lot of people complain about Apple CarPlay.
Engine light said that my brakes aren't screeching because having
not Apple CarPlay, Apple CarPlay. I think you said Apple CarPlay, the system, the thing that connects your phone to the. I think so. I think that's what she meant. Not pay. Sorry, Apple CarPlay.
Unreliable car is inconvenient. Trust me, I've had my handful of cash cars. I've been in hoopties. It was all that I could afford back then. Car troubles were the worst. So yeah, I'll pay my $700 car note, and best believe, yes, I am going to buy the maintenance pack.
So some people pay more monthly for their cars because they're under the assumption if it's new, it won't break down as much. But that's not true, is it? It depends what make you buy as well, what model. It doesn't mean just because you buy a brand new car, it's never going to have any problems. Right? That's dumb, innit? That's not how it works. If that was the case, then we would all just buy new cars. There is no guarantee that buying a new car will rid you of car problems. Car problems are car problems. But yeah, I don't know, man. I think the max I would pay, because again, I'm not really into cars, so it's hard for me to say. And I'm lucky I live in London, which is a very small city. You can get everywhere, you know, on a bike or public transport or in Ubers. You don't really need a car, really, day to day. It will take me longer to get to work daily in a car than it would just taking a train, for instance. But I think if I was to get a car note, the max I would pay, honestly, I'd obviously pay everything outright. I'm a big believer in paying things outright. I don't believe in monthly payments. But if I couldn't, the max I would pay is £500. I think the max I would pay is 500. The max, and even that is stretching. I think that's too much money. As a monthly payment on top of rent, on top of a mortgage, like that's a lot, man. That's a lot. That's the max I would pay, honestly. The max I would pay, and that's even too much. 1,000, 1,900, $2,000.
Package because my car needs to be on schedule for its maintenance. And listen, the real flex is buying a nice car cash, right? But we don't all have it like that, but we can't afford a little, you know, $700 payment. And I'm cool with that. Y'all are gonna come for me, but y'all have fun.
A little $700 payment, babe. You could go on a holiday with that. And that $700 payment, you could get yourself a designer dress every month of the year. Legit. You could buy yourself a legit designer dress, a nice designer handbag every month of the year if you wanted. Every month of the year. You could take yourself on vacation. You know, maybe not something super crazy, but a couple months pay, $1,400. That could take you somewhere nice, little resort thing, put your feet up, go to a spa, you know, like $700 is not minor money. That's a lot on a whip. But, you know, maybe she does right. Maybe she just spent a lot of time in it. It takes her places and shit. You know, it's a social thing. You can hang out with your friends, blah, 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 drive-throughs, all that shit. You know, a bit of swinging in there.
On the side of the road. No, I'm just kidding.
If you ever paid a down payment for your car, you got scammed like hell. Now, my boyfriend's dad was a car salesman, manager at that. And he told me that when you put a down payment on your car, the car salesman pocket it as commission. You think that you just put $10,000 on your car loan, when really your interest was adjusted $10,000. Let me break it down for you. If you get a car that's $20,000 and the car salesman convinced you to put down $5,000,
yeah,
theoretically you will owe $15,000 for the car, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but what if the car salesman says the car is $20,000 on a 15% interest rate,
so the same
and
thing,
you put down that same $5,000? Now you notice the interest rate went down. So instead of it being 15%, now it's 7.5% interest rate. You didn't even pay attention to the interest. You just paid attention to your monthly payments go down. When all actuality, monthly payments went down because the interest went down, not because of the down payment.
What?
Because this went right over your head. He pocketed.
What? You still paying less if you put the down payment. What you talking about? You still pay less if you make a down payment. You still pay less because you get reduced interest on the monthly. Like what? What the fuck is she talking about?
Get your whole $5,000 as commission. Anyone that pays a down payment or trade in their car just to be upside down or losing money that they didn't have to spend is completely ridiculous. And we got to do better by knowing what the hell we're talking about when we are walking up.
Y'all, real quick, while I'm cooking dinner, I just can't get this out of my mind. I watched a video the other day of someone saying that they paid $1,400 for their car payment.
Anyway, you get the point. Yeah, I don't know. I think people outside of England probably have a far more, maybe even outside of London actually, because again, I'm spoiled because I'm in London. I think people even outside London, probably in the up north and shit, in the middle of the country and whatnot, right? They probably have a far more stronger connection to cars, and it's probably a far more integral part of their everyday lives as opposed to it is with us here in the city. But I just couldn't imagine paying what I pay in rent for a car. It just makes it, it's just wild. On top of what I'm already paying, you know what I mean? Like rent or mortgage is meant to be your biggest outgoing, and then you've also got a car that can regularly break down and needs maintenance and insurance and tax and parking and all this. Probably explains why everyone's going hybrid, isn't it? It probably explains why people are doing the hybrid thing or driving beaters and shit. But I don't know. We're all different, innit? We're all fucking different. We're all fucking different. All right, let's change tact. Let's go through some of this Tony Hinchcliffe shit. So I haven't seen the full set, so please forgive me if you've seen the full set. Apologies, but I want to play the full set from Tony Hinchcliffe's set during the Trump rally at MSG at MSG, right, to see what the vibe was, because obviously we've all seen the clip that went viral that's getting him cancelled, that's making people look like, you know, that's making people realize that he's not funny, that's making Donald Trump disavow him, Joe Rogan disavow him, all this malarkey. It's been fucking crazy to see. But I want to play the whole set to see if maybe that clip was out of context, and maybe Tony Hinchcliffe was actually really funny the majority of the set. Maybe he actually was giving people the business and razzing them and roasting them, he was being the wolf, he was doing what needs to be done, and then everybody kind of latched onto the little bit that got them offended. Or was the whole entire set a train wreck from beginning to the end? I'm curious to see. So this is comedian Tony Hinchcliffe, full remarks at Trump rally at Madison Square Garden. Let's see. The dislike ratio is not too bad. 1.5 thousand dislikes to 8.5 thousand upvotes. So let's see what he's saying here. Maybe it wasn't as bad as people make it seem. Let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage comedian, roaster, and host of the Kill Tony podcast, Tony Hinchcliffe.
Roaster. Roaster. By the way, somebody did say, somebody who I will not name, an undisclosed source, somebody I will not name, right? Somebody who I will not name, I always keep my sources confidential, did reach out to me and holler at me in the DMs and say that allegedly in Austin, Texas, Tony Hinchcliffe is basically Rogan #2. He is a big dog there. Like when Tony Hinchcliffe walks into the room, everyone kind of shakes and shuts up and scuttles away and shit. Like he's a big deal. Like he's the guy in Austin. Like it's Rogan, then him, and he walks around like he's the guy. Somebody told me like, nah, this Tony Hinchcliffe guy, he's definitely letting the success of Kill Tony get to his head. He's walking around like he owns that fucking city. Someone said like he really lets his nuts hang. He comes into green rooms and he's like, I'm here, bitches, I'm here. Look up at me, I'm here. And he really kind of like, whereas Rogan is more chill with his kind of influence and clout, Tony Hinchcliffe is not chill. With the little clout that he has, little fame that he has, notoriety that he has, he's letting people know that I'm the guy. So allegedly, Tony Hinchcliffe runs Austin, Texas. That's what they're saying on. That's what the road is. That's what the word on the road is, right? On these comedy streets, Tony Hinchcliffe is running the scene there. People are scared.
See y'all in Texas, where we should ride swingers and put diamonds in our necklace. Pour drink inside my lemonade till it look like a Pepsi. See, I come from the D where we got.
Okay, let's just fast forward this. Okay.
Car behind the comedy. Feeling, huh? Wow, isn't this special? 17 years ago, I was sleeping in my car behind the Comedy Store in LA, and I'm proud to say this is my 4th time performing at Madison Square Garden, the most famous arena in the damn world.
I thought he was about to say 4 years ago I was sleeping in my car behind Madison Square Garden. That would have made more correlation with it. It's like nothing to do with, you know, New York. I was sleeping in my car in LA. What's this got to do with where we're at right now? You know, like I thought that was a connection. Like she just lied and saying, you know, 4 years ago I was sleeping in the stand. 4 years ago I was sleeping on the table at Skankfest. Legion of Skanks, and now look, you know, you should have said that instead of lying. So just lie, man. That was a shitty story.
World. The American dream alive and well right here. This is very different than where I'm used to performing, though. I'm used to nighttime with people drinking, not so many babies in the crowd, and people that are obviously only here for Lee Greenwood tonight. Normally, I don't make my political beliefs a known thing. It's divisive for a comedian to do that, but just know I sleep well at night knowing who I'm voting for. Yeah. Yeah, when I lay down and my head hits my pillow, it is a fantastic pillow, by the way. I was staying at the Four Seasons up by Central Park one night, and I laid my head down, and it felt so good, and I thought to myself, what an amazing pillow. I have a little bit of money now. I could buy a good pillow, and I took the pillowcase off, and there it was, my pillow, my pillow, my pillow. And damn it, I bought 4 of them.
Okay.
And if you use the promo code KILLTONY, you can also buy 4 my pillows. There's serious stuff happening, people. I live in the great state of Texas now. 18 years in Ohio, 20 years in California, and I got to see California turn to absolute horrendous thing. And traveling the world, I got to see San Francisco turn.
Damn, man, like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this shit? What the fuck is this? What is this shit, man? Tell some jokes, motherfucker. Look at everybody not paying attention. Look at the crowd behind him. Look at how everybody's not paying attention. Guy looking at his phone, girl talking to her friend, girl looking at her phone, girl looking to the side, girl talking to her friend, guy looking at a friend. No one paying attention. Big up NJ Ranger.
Normally I don't make my political beliefs known. Tony, you've been working in stupid Babylon B crap all the damn time since the start of the sleepy administration, plus California bad. Spare US.
Exactly. California bad. COVID just like North Korea, alright? COVID just like North Korea. Yeah, alright, cool. It's like 1984. It's like, shut up. You fucking donkeys, man. I go perform in my comedy club. This is basically living under totalitarianism. Ah. Shut up. You dicks. These motherfuckers all turned Republican because the comedy clubs wouldn't open during COVID. It's so selfish, isn't it? They're so selfish. They only turned Republican because comedy clubs wouldn't open. Oh my god, man. If ever there was you gotta love comedians. Super self-interested. You know, only their own self-interest matters. That's it. Nothing else. Love it.
Turn into one of the most demented cities, one of the greatest downfalls I've ever seen. And that is where the other candidate worked for 2 decades. And it's absolutely wild to see. And in Texas, stuff is really, really crazy. We're right there by a wide open border. Where are my proud Latinos at tonight?
Here we go.
You guys see what I mean? It's wide open. There's so many of them. It's absolutely incredible. Believe it or not, people, I welcome migrants to the United States of America with open arms. And by open arms, I mean like this.
He thought he was so clever with that, innit? He thought he was so clever. He thought he was so clever. He was really proud of himself with that fucking shit joke. He was really proud of himself.
With open arms. And by open arms, I mean like this.
Fuck off.
It's wild. And these Latinos, they love making babies, too. Just know that. They do. They do. There's no pulling out. They don't do that. They come inside, just like they did to our country. Republicans are the party with a good sense of humor. Free speech is under attack, people. I host a show, and each week...
That little bit is cheating, by the way. Just go into your jokes. Stop trying to get them back on your side. Man, Republicans really know how to party. Man, where are my sexy ladies at? Single fellas? Like, nah, don't cheat. Just tell your jokes, you cunt. Big up Asad Aziz.
Politics is gay and lame. Stand up is gay as well, and they somehow managed to get the gayest comedian.
Every time I hear that, you know what I think about when you say that? I think of fucking Shane. But you're literally gay. Such a great... You're literally gay. I love Shane. I love Shane. But you're literally gay. You're literally a gay guy. Oh, so good. Big up Shane Gillis, man. You're literally gay. Oh, his little fucking head shaking. Oh, fucking beautiful. Epic timing. It completely gagged Tony Hinchcliffe.
I get updates, what words we're allowed to use and not use anymore. It's happening right now the past few years. It's a real thing. And, you know, used to be able to tell people to Google stuff. My mom's a boomer in the state of Ohio, and there's no convincing her of anything. She's eating the cats. She's eating the dogs. They're eating the pets up there.
What is this, like, what is this style that he's doing where he's almost trying to act like he's apathetic or nonchalant. Like he's almost trying to act like no, motherfucker, dance. You're the fucking dancing monkey, dance. Entertain the crowd. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Put a show on, man. Be a showman. These guys are so terrible, like put on a show for these motherfuckers. They want to laugh. They want to have a good time. They're Madison Square Garden, bro. Put on the fucking show performance. Make them giggle. Some stereotypical jokes might work well there. You know, us Republicans, we're like this. Somehow you're like some fucking dunks on woke kids, on blue-haired kids, or like something. Just make them laugh a little bit, bro. Come down to their life. Meet them where they're at. He's acting like he's too good for his audience, I feel like. He's acting like he's a little bit above his audience. There's almost a sense of like snobbery. Like, she's in it. If you read the news, she's in it, dog. Tell some jokes, motherfucker.
It is absolutely wild times. It really, really is. And, you know, there's a lot going on. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now.
Here's a hit.
Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico. Okay. All right. Okay.
I said in a previous stream, why go with Puerto Rico? Why not go with like the countries that are like where people are immigrating illegally from to the States that people are having issues with? Wherever those countries are, whether it's Venezuela, whether it's Chile, whether it's, you know, Honduras, why not just say one of those countries? Because that would have easily got an easier laugh, you know, than saying Puerto Rico in New York. Like, why would you say that? It's like, what? It's like saying the Dominican Republic. Like, that's where the rapists come from. A little bit, huh? Do you know where the fuck? Do you know where you are? Do you know where you're at?
He's the last line of defense.
This guy, huh? This guy's the last line of defense. This fucking guy. That fucking guy. Look at him. Look at him. Look at that mug. Yo. It's a floating island. This guy cost Donald Trump an endorsement from Nicky Jam. He cost Donald Trump an endorsement from Nicky Jam.
We're getting there. Again, normally I don't follow the national anthem, everybody. This isn't exactly a perfect comedy setup. There's some people here. All right, very good.
Again, another self-own. This isn't the perfect comedy setup. I need the perfect comedy setup in order to be funny. But I thought you guys are all murderers. I thought you were all part of the elite group of 1,500, 250 Navy SEAL, Green Beret, French Legion, you know, like UFC champion, Olympic champion, world champion comedians. I thought you could perform on any environment. Give me a mic. Forget a mic. Give me a crowd of people. Give me a fucking stall. Give me a book to stand on, and I'm gonna crush. That's what you guys say, right? You're all fucking murderers, and here you are, motherfuckers. Opportunity in front of a home. This is basically a home crowd. This is basically a home crowd. This is basically a home crowd. They're dying to laugh. They want to laugh at something a bit inappropriate, a little bit cheeky, a little bit risque. Give them something. But nah, can't give them nothing. Nothing. Fuck out of here.
I like it. I have other policies that I think it should be implemented as well. Like me personally, I think football should be...
What? Yeah, big up. What else did you see that BERT told Stavros that Tom is on Ozempic? No, I've got that locked and loaded. Don't worry. I've got Podcast Cringe. That's one of the... I think because he did a video on it. I didn't watch this whole show. Hopefully Podcast Cringe covered it because I'm, you know... I don't think I can watch another BERT, like, because you guys made me feel a little bit self-conscious because I was like, do you guys only watch the stuff that I watch when I watch it? You're like, yeah. I'm like, oh shit, so I'm the only one watching. Only me and Podcast Cringe are sitting there watching. Two bears, one cave, like fucking idiots. Okay, cool. Good to know.
All year round. Yeah. So many great athletes. I don't know about you guys, but I think that Travis Kelce might be the next O.J. Simpson.
Why's that funny? Why is that funny? Footballer, what? Because he's popular and that, like, what? Does he show violent tendencies? Is he a player? Does he smash loads of itchies? Like, what does this have to, whatever.
Feels good in here. The other side's got a lot of crazy endorsements. Swift, Eminem, Leo DiCaprio, Beyonce. Every day the Democratic Party looks more and more like a P. Diddy party. Oh.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
A normal joke.
Okay, that's what you guys want.
A normal joke. A funny joke. Yes, you fucking dork. Look at him. They want a fucking, that was your only funny joke. You fucking,
Rogan defended Tony, saying it wasn't an environment for comedy. Well, we've seen PPL turn that around before. Bill Burr Philly rant. Any comedian at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. So many examples of this.
Bingo. Exactly, Assad Aziz. Exactly. Blaming the crowd again, these motherfuckers. Do you remember there was a time when comedians would never blame the crowd? It's never the crowd's fault. You just got to work harder, more sets and reps, go over your material, listen to yourself, economy of words, all these fucking buzzwords. They don't say that anymore now. They've all got way more famous, and guess what? Suddenly it's the crowd's fault. It's the acoustics. It's the fucking lights. No, they laughed. They laughed enthusiastically about that joke because that was a funny joke. Objectively funny. That joke there was objectively funny. Oh, I see what you guys like now. We like comedy, you cunt.
Tony is a BSDM guy and he gonna cut up about Diddy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because Tony is a BDSM guy. Yeah. So you gotta squeeze my balls off, huh? Yeah. That's what I like. You know what I like. Pull that nipple harder, baby. Yeah. Just like ROGAN'S. Fuck off.
All right. Heck yeah. It's a cool black guy with a thing on his head. What the hell is that? A lampshade? Look at this guy. Oh my goodness.
They like the Diddy joke, and then you immediately go into crowd work. They like the Diddy joke. They like that type of joke, right? Diddy's maybe more Democrat than Duncan. Like, they like that type of joke. Go down that lane. Go straight into crowd work. Terrible set management, whatever the word is for how you put your set together as a comedian. Terrible.
Wow. I'm just kidding. That's one of my buddies. He had a Halloween party last night. We had fun. We carved watermelons together. It was awesome. You guys this is a groany little morning crowd, huh? It's tough to follow this audition for the next Commissioner Gordon's over here. It is.
Does half of that crowd know who Commissioner Gordon is? Not even half. Does more than 5% of that crowd know who Commissioner Gordon is? Do they know if that's a fictional person or not? Do they have any idea? Commissioner Gordon? Like what? This guy is so shit.
It is, though. It's crazy times we're living in. I mean, all these pointless wars. It is unbelievable what's happening right now. It is incredible. Ukraine versus Russia, Israel, it's like bad soccer games. Who even cares? What are we doing? Why is our money involved?
I thought he was going to say the thing. What are we doing here, B? I thought he was going to say the thing. I was like, Leonardo DiCaprio meme. I thought he was going to do the thing. What are we doing here, B?
Bad soccer games. Who even cares? What are we doing? Why is our money involved in these wars? When it comes to Israel and Palestine, we're all thinking the same thing. Settle your stuff already. Best out of 3. Rock, paper, scissors. You know the Palestinians are going to throw rock every time. But you also know the Jews have a hard time throwing that paper. You know what I'm saying? All right, we're having fun now. We're cooking. Hillary Clinton said that this is a Nazi.
Don't ever do that paper thing again. Don't ever do that again in my presence. Please don't ever do that again in my presence. I beg of you.
Rally here today. Can you believe that? For the most anti-war president of my entire lifetime, and she calls him Hitler. Let me remind you, Hillary, it was your husband who shot innocent people, or as he called them, interns. Yeah, Hillary, I bet you did not see that one coming. By the way, if I commit suicide in 3 weeks, I didn't.
No one cares who you are. Nobody knows who you are, and you simply don't matter.
I mean, it's just obvious to me who the right candidate is. There's a guy out here dodging bullets. It is unbelievable, right?
But I don't understand. People are saying the same thing about Tony, but I don't understand. Did we all watch the same roast of Tom Brady? He was really good on that. Like, why can't you just, like, I know it's not, you don't need to roast, but why can't you just take some of that comedy and, I don't know, play to your base and, I don't know, meet them where they're at? Some stereotypical jokes here, some stereotype jokes here and there, some jokes about the woke, jokes about blue-haired kids, you know? Jokes here, jokes there, boopity 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 boop boop boop. Tie up in a nuke bun and keep it moving. Because that Tom Brady roast, he fucking destroyed. Who the fuck is this guy? Or is this what he's normally like?
He took it right in the ear. Unbelievable. I thought about this. I don't know if you have. Coolest place to get shot. Like, if you're gonna get shot anywhere on your body, that's where you want it. Right there. Technically, he got shot in the head, depending on if you're a Democrat or a Republican. Right? If you're a Democrat, his ear was grazed. If you're a Republican, he survived a headshot. It is. It's the best place to get shot. It's the only part of the human body will drive a piercing through like a little girl's ear for no reason. Right? There's just no, it heals fast. Nobody cares.
Okay, why are we talking about little girls for? Don't know where that was going.
It's the best place to get shot. He went down,
Okay.
saw blood on his hands. I'd imagine he thought right then, I think I just won this shit. Stands up and says the most American words I've ever heard in my life. No, 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 no. Before that, there was one more. Let me get my shoes.
Look at his gob. Look at his gob behind the mic. Look at his gob behind the mic. Look at how proud of himself he is. Look at him telling us what we all saw on the news on a microphone as a joke. That's what a joke is. We all saw the same thing and he's telling us again. Big up Austin Case.
I still can't believe how many views Kill Tony gets. It's rarely funny at all. Who are the millions of PPL watching it?
Simple, normie NPC Aggie might have to come out here. It's a decent show, man. Some of you guys in stream chat really don't like Kill Tony, and I don't know why. What do I see in it that you guys don't see in it? I think it's quite decent. As like a late night show thing, fun to put on in the background. Everyone's fucking around. Oh, the names, funny jokes. Oh, the band. Oh, he said something stupid. Where you from? Delta? Oh, is that the plane? You're what? How old are you? 62. You're a virgin. Oh. Like, it's pretty funny. I'm surprised some of you guys hate it so much. Honestly. Like, maybe I'm the redactor. Maybe I'm the simple-minded NPC. Maybe I am. Maybe I'm easily entertained. But I think it's quite decent. Or maybe something fishy's going on. Did Hinchcliffe get the resources of the same guys that Papa used to use back in the day for the TFATK use? Are those views not organic? I don't think so, because they sell out. The shows, the live shows, they sell out. So I think it's quite illustrative of the views they're getting online. I don't think they're buying views, but interesting. Am I easily entertained? Is it actually a good show?
I used to watch a lot of Kill Tony, but it just played out after so many years of the same formula. I had watched it for years though.
Yeah, true. That's a good point. Once you've watched it once, do you need to watch it again? Really? Really? You kind of get the gist, you know? It's, you know? Unless you actually, the good thing is that if you discover somebody at the same time, like you see somebody, oh shit, this girl or guy's gonna become a star. That's quite nice to have to follow their kind of journey. But yeah, you're right. It does get played out pretty quickly. But there's people in the stream chat who generally don't find it funny at all. That's the ones I'm fascinated by. Like what Austin Casey said. Just don't find it funny. Flat out. Like, no, it's not for me. I'm curious, like,
Fearless. Perhaps still with an active shooter. He's talking like a guy that just had the best one-night stand of his life. Right? Like, where's my shoes at? I gotta get the hell out of here. Let me get my shoes. And then the fight. What he did was so cool that Biden got COVID. Oh yeah. Go back, look at the timeline of everything again. 3 days after that. That means that Biden, he didn't get that from hanging out with sick people. He was in a sterile room in the White House, watching blood running down Trump's face as he pumps his fist. Biden's like,
Ricky Pitcher, I'd rather watch DSP. You'd rather watch DSP than watch Kill Tony. That's fucking hilarious. He's a funny looking fella, isn't it? He's a funny looking fella. Isn't it? Funny looking fella. Like, he's very easy to draw, isn't it? No, don't you think? He's got a very easy to draw face. Like, I think we could all draw him right now if we wanted to. Right, yo, big up Austin Casey.
I could understand if Kill Tony got 1 to 2 million views each show, but so many of the videos have over 10 million views. It's crazy.
Is something nefarious going on? Are they botting views? That'll be a mad hustle, isn't it? You bot the views, but then you also run the live show a certain way, so it makes it look like it's bigger than it is. You then get a Netflix deal. You then sign a big $1 million deal with Netflix. You cash out, and no one's none the wiser, because by then, when you're on Netflix, the views will catch up to the botted views anyway. That's a hell of a scam. Hell of a fucking scam. Oh, imagine. Bring up Austin Casey. Imagine if that's a scam.
oh, fuck. Oh, God, no. It's true. Trump survived an assassination attempt and Biden got COVID. We vote next week. God voted 3 months ago. Another great Austin, Texas resident, Elon Musk, will be speaking here later today.
This has been pretty dog shit, man. There was that one good joke that he made about DIDDY'S party.
Unbelievable.
That's it.
Genius.
That's it. One
you
good
guys saw him
joke.
shoot that rocket into outer space, the largest aircraft ever. Fires it off into space and then parallel parks it back to planet Earth. Meanwhile, Kamala supporters can't parallel park their Toyota Priuses properly. Sorry, I listen to Elon Musk. I follow his lead. The world's smartest, richest man has my attention. Except for when it comes to stock trading, then I listen to Nancy Pelosi. But censorship is amongst us, people. It's a very, very, very big deal. And I'm just here to say that you guys are for the right candidate. Tell your friends. Let's close it out. And Let's make speech free again, make America healthy again. Let's beat the team from California. The team from New York should beat the team from California, not only in this election, but in the World Series of Baseball, America's sport. I love you, New York. God bless New York. God bless America. Let's make it great again.
Oh, I thought he was going to do the Heil Hitler. He should have done the Heil Hitler. I thought he was going to do the Heil Hitler. That would have been fucking hilarious.
I love you.
Oh, there we go. Got a bit of the Heil Hitler there.
God bless New York. God bless
We've
America.
got a little
Let's
bit of the
make it
Heil
great
Hitler going
again.
on there. No? There we go. Oh, I think clenched fist.
I love you. Thank you. Welcome.
Whoa. By the way, how sad is it that he's being cancelled for such a mediocre, milquetoast, mundane, forgettable, you know, largely uneventful set? Like, really garbage, really shitty. That one racismo joke, you know, to the one side, getting cancelled for this is so funny. Because largely the set was pretty forgettable. You know? Nothing to write home about. And he's being cancelled for this aggressively. Ugh, karma. Gotta love karma. Anyway, some of the reaction to it is absolutely hilarious. Like, look at Trump. Look at Trumpy throwing our boy Tony Hinchy under the bus. Who would have thought it? Trump throwing somebody under the bus? Trump deciding when somebody has been, you know, Trump being extremely ruthless and somebody supposed to, you know, somebody supposed to requirements, throwing him overboard. Who would have guessed it? Who would have guessed it?
If you were there for the whole thing, I don't know what time you got there. I was told and made aware that you had no idea about this comedian who made comments. I have no idea who.
This comedian, they won't even say his name. They won't even say his name. Tony Hinchcliffe and Rogan have been sucking off on Trump and the Republicans in general, getting buddy, pally, and they won't even say Tony Hinchcliffe's name. That's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt.
Who he is. Somebody said there was a comedian that joked about Puerto Rico or something, and I have no idea who he was. Never saw him, never heard of him.
Never saw him, never heard of him, don't know who he is. Who is that? Tony? What kind of name is that for a boy? Is that a girl? Is he gay? Tony, huh? That's the name of my hairdresser. I don't know who that is. Tony the cat, Tony the penguin? Oh, big up us.
Trump said great guy, never met him.
Exactly. Yo, big up. Oh, big up Black American as well. Big up Black American. Honestly, Trump, great guy.
Gadol Usht.
Is that what? Gadol Usht. Big up the Black American. Great guy, never met him. Is fucking.
And don't want to hear of him, but I have no idea. They put a comedian.
Nah, we gotta go back for that one more time. Reload for that one more time. One more time at the end of it. Don't want to know him. What?
I have no idea who he is. Somebody said there was a comedian that joked about Puerto Rico or something, and I have no idea who he is. Never saw him, never heard of him. And don't want to know him. But I have no idea. They put a comedian in, which everybody does. You throw comedians in. You don't vet them and go crazy. It's nobody's fault. But somebody said some bad things. Now, what they've done is taken somebody that has nothing to do with the party, has nothing to do with us, said something, and they try and...
He's not even defending him. He's not even saying it was out of context. What they're trying to say is that one thing is representative of my whole right. He's completely disavowing. Completely disavowing and distancing himself from Tony Hinchcliffe in the biggest way possible. Doesn't say his name, doesn't offer him a semblance of protection. If anything, he defends the person who booked him more than Tony Hinchcliffe. It's like, yeah, look, it happens, comedians come on, it's no one's fault. But he doesn't... This has got a sting, boy. This has got a sting.
Make a big deal. But I don't know who it is. I don't even know who put him in. And I can't imagine it's a big deal. I've done more for Puerto Rico than any president I think that's ever been president.
My favorite Donald Trump is the kitchen towels, isn't it? Does somebody have that? Donald Trump. This is definitely what he's done for Puerto Rico, right? With the tissue. This is one of my favorite. This is one of my favorite Trump moments of all time. Absolutely has to be. This has to be one of my favorite Trump moments of all time. Like, this is what he's done. This is what he's done for Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. The fuck? What the fuck is that? It's the form too that gets me. It's the form. It's the form as well. Look at the form. Look at the form. Look at the form. Look at the form. All freeze. All freeze. Oh, honestly, I've done more for Puerto Rico than that little pipsqueak Tony Hinchcliffe has ever done. Cool. So he disavowed him, and also Rogan disavowed him. Look at Rogan. Look at Rogan disavowing his boy. Rogan disavowed his boy.
And that's why I came to Texas.
Yeah, whoever booked him is shitting their pants right now.
Why did you do that? I tell all comedians, don't ever do comedy at something that's not a comedy event. Don't do it. Don't ever do comedy at a place that's doing also. Doing, you're gonna.
You know what's funny though, Rogan? I believe Rogan when he says that. Like, he tells all his comedian friends, don't do comedy at not comedy events. But what Rogan doesn't understand is that all of his friends care about money way more than he does. Clearly, Rogan doesn't seem like he cares about. Rogan doesn't seem like he cares about fame. Maybe he cares about money, but I don't think he cares about fame as much as these guys. Yo, big up Ooch. Big up Ooch.
Misa Tony, this worst thing in your life.
100 Misa Tony. Big up Uche. Mr. Tony. Oh, actually my step some still going to hurt now. All this cringe. As I was saying, yeah, big up Uche. As I was saying, right, I honestly think these guys, as in anyone but Rogan, care about being famous more than Rogan does. That's why they keep taking these gigs. They can't resist it. Somebody mentioned in the stream chat, I think it was Z, every time these guys get given opportunities on the big stage to perform, with the exception of maybe Bill Burr, as NJ or somebody else mentioned, they all shit the bed. They all fall flat on their faces. When they get a chance to perform on the main stage with the bright lights in front of a normie audience, right? They all talk shit about late shows and all of this stuff. We can do new late shows. SNL is garbage and it's boring. It's dead. It's da-da-da. When they get a chance to do their own thing, guess what happens? Guess what happens? They all shit the bed. But they all care about being famous. They all secretly want to be as famous as like the main guys on mainstream TV and shit. So that's why they keep accepting these gigs. And they keep shitting the bed. That's why.
Is he going to have a bunch of speakers and you're going to go up and do 10 minutes? Don't ever do that. It's a terrible setup. It's a terrible setup. And it's a political rally and you're doing jokes like you're in a comedy club. It doesn't. You can't.
But this is not something that should be that surprising. Like any normal person, again, yes, the Republican rally, the Democratic rally is not the great place to go and do a fucking set. Because it seems like it's a bit of a convention-y type of vibe. No one's really paying attention. There's loads of things going on in and around you. There's a million speakers. You're big up Asada Zeus.
To Rogan, a comedy event is a concert hall filled with his fans and sycophants. That's why he wouldn't dare try being funny in a room of PPL who don't suck him off.
Exactly. And that goes to the point I was saying before. If anything, this is the better test of your comedic chops. This is actually a test, a real test. Like, are you actually as funny as you think you are? Go into a room, go into a space where some people might know you, but majority of them don't. They're also not paying attention. It's also not the best place to do comedy, but can you make them all focus on you? Can you make them all laugh? Can you make them have a good time? That's actual real test of a comedian. But they're not. They just perform like Assad says, in front of their fans, in front of their sycophants, in front of their stands, fanboys, whatever, reply guys. That's who they're making live on a daily basis. And they kind of conflate that with actually being funny in general when it's not really. So if anything, Tony should have went on there and just did his hits, just did his best jokes and killed it, but he didn't really have that anyway. Yo, big up,
Rogan basically saying don't perform for civilians.
Exactly. Civilians simply do not matter, B. Civilians simply do not matter. They don't matter. That's the truth about it. They don't matter. But it's funny because civilians don't matter, but also their own fans don't matter. Their own fans matter when they give them money and they buy merch and buy tickets. Oof. You gotta love it.
Do it. I don't really blame Tony though, because Tony is what Tony is, right? Like if you want an insult comic, Tony is the best in the world.
That's literally his great spot.
By the way, this is also a falsehood. Like there's people just repeating this just to repeat it. Oh, he's a murderer. He's a killer. He's the best in the world. Is he though? Is he? Is he the best in the world though? Really? Is he though? Is he really? Like, God, the best. What? Compared to who? What other comedians in the world have you heard of do roast? Just him. Then how's he the best in the world? What are you talking about?
Specialty is roasting.
Right.
So he's the best roaster ever.
If you book Tony Hinchcliffe is going to be Tony Hinchcliffe.
Exactly.
So whoever fucking booked him, that's the person that's made the mistake.
Not just booked him, but apparently went over his material.
Did they go over his material?
No.
Oh my!
This is what I've read on the internet, so it must be true.
In the words of Donald.
And this is why we call him Constantine Kiss Ass.
Just disgusting, man. Like, there's nothing that makes me sick in my own mouth than seeing another grown man kiss another grown man's ass. Like, it's disgusting. Like, don't you have any dignity? Are you not ashamed? Do you not have kids, family that are gonna see this and see you just like, no way? Like, fix up, man. Put yourself together.
Trump, someone's getting fired, man.
I gotta tell you, that joke kills at comedy clubs. I don't like the joke. It kills, and I said to him, it's just like,
I don't like the joke, Mr. N-word man. I don't like the joke. I don't like the joke. Huh? I don't like the joke. Look at this guy, man. These comedians are so fucking fake. I don't like the joke. I'm a big fan of Puerto Ricans, actually. Fuck off.
Like, if you're Puerto Rican and you hear that in the audience, like, oh, but it's a funny joke. The joke does well. But
objectively, it's not funny because most people didn't find it funny. They found it offensive.
Said to him, I go, dude, that's the one's going to get you stabbed.
Really?
Yes. And he used to talk about it on stage, saying, Joe Rogan always says, that's the one's going to get me stabbed. Like,
wow.
Which is so crazy.
Yeah.
I think you'd pick stabbed at this point, given the shit that's going down.
I think it'll blow over, just like all these things do.
Yeah,
and there's people that are always going to hate someone like Tony, and it's going to make other people love him more. It's just...
You know what it's done, though? Yo, big up Assad Aziz. Appreciate you, bro.
Roast Me is a whole show of amazing roasting talent, many better than Tony, but Rogan won't acknowledge black comedians that haven't moved to Austin or are already famous.
Or kissed the ring. Or bent the knee, or sucked the fucking schlong. Exactly. And that's what I love about these type of things, because what it does, it exposes the sham. Cat Williams was right. Bro. Unless you're one of his friends, you simply don't matter. They equate being his friend with funny. Come on, bro. That's why I love these type of failings from these guys, because it exposes the fact that these guys aren't like. And I remember coming to this realization when I was trying to promote my DJ stuff, thinking, hold on, why am I trying to actually get good? I should just do the Rogan route, where you just, you become really famous and then you just force your way into a fucking, you just force your way into a space. You crowbar your way in when you have no talent or you're just not funny, and your fame will just catapult you to levels that you probably don't belong at. And that's what he's seeing with his friends. All of his friends aren't funny. They aren't funny. Outside of their bubble, outside of their safe spaces, they are not funny. Everybody's seen this. These guys suck. Like, all of them. Every one of Rogan's friends, when they're not in their own little safe bubble, they're all fucking terrible. I love this. I love this. I love this, how it's being exposed on the biggest platforms available, especially in front of a Homer crowd as well. That's the other thing people don't need to forget. It's in front of a Homer crowd. You're playing up to the Republicans. You're playing up to the conservative vote. You want to be a part of that community. You want to be a part of that group of people. They are fans of you because Trump loves you. So this should be an easy win, and you still shit the bed. Ha ha.
Just like he's going through it right now.
Yeah. You know,
he's going through the storm.
As somebody who, you know, has wound up, you know, who winds people up. We've wound people up on our time.
Yeah, you guys are winders.
We get called something beginning with W, mate.
Oh, well, you guys, that's a negative over there, wanker. You can call someone a wanker here, and it's just like,
yeah,
sure. It's like calling him a cracker. It doesn't really work. Or a hunky.
But when I saw what Tony did, I went, all right, mate, you're in a different league now to me. That is another level.
Yeah, Obama was quoted.
Another level by saying Puerto Rico is a what is an island full of, like, what's so another level about it? It's just unnecessary, like another level. Huh? Another level of offensive. I just saw that and it was like, that's another level. I just couldn't believe it, Rogan. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, you know, I told jokes around the back of Tesco's for some of my mates, right? And I'm like, Rogan, I couldn't believe it when he said that thing about the Puerto Ricans. We don't even have any Puerto Ricans in England. I've never heard of a Puerto Rican. The only Puerto Rican I've heard of is the fucking mixed spice rack in the Tesco's. Like, shut up, you prick.
His bit, but he's quoting it like it was a statement.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is really fucked up. He was quoting it like he was saying someone called Puerto Rico an island of garbage.
Oh, yeah, sure. That was the problem. That's the problem, Rogan. Because it was a statement. Fucking hell, man. Fuck off, bro. That was the main issue. It's the... He said it like it was a statement. That's why people didn't find it funny. Yeah, sure. Oh, this guy is so fucking special. I love Rogan. He's so special.
But you know that's a joke. That's like going to a Quentin Tarantino movie, and then the man killed that woman. Like, he didn't really kill that woman. That's like a doll.
Yeah.
You know, this is a movie.
What?
No one died. Everyone's fine. They all like each other.
But if you give them ammunition...
Yeah, it's the problem. We were discussing this in the bathroom. Like, it's like, that's their job. That's what they have to do.
They got to do it.
That's their job.
You give them ammunition, they're going to use it.
Of course they're going to do it. That's what they do. Like, you can't assume they're going to be a good person and not use it in this critical moment. How many days are we? Like 8 days?
Oh, you blaming people. The joke was shitty. The joke was shitty. Mean-spirited. Unnecessary. Racist. And just not funny. Just take the L and keep it moving, bruh. God damn. These motherfuckers. Anyway, you want to hear somebody else's opinion on it? Yes, you do. Puerto Rican rattlesnake, also known as Luis J. Gomez. Let's hear Luis J. Gomez opine for the Puerto Rican people. He's actually Puerto Rican himself. Let's see what he has to say about this whole thing.
Let's talk about the Tony Hinchcliffe.
Any guesses? Will he say it was offensive? Would he take up for his people? Will he suck the dick of Tony because that's Rogan's guy and he wants to be friends with Rogan? Like, what's he go? We know it. We know what it is. We know what it is. It's the latter, of course, and of course it's the fucking latter, man. This fucking bootlicker guy, man. Fuck off. Let's hear him say it. Let's hear.
Tony. So Tony gets invited to do the presidential or the Trump rally at Madison Square Garden, and he did what I assumed Tony was going to do. When I heard that,
hold on, is MSG the same place where Luis J. Gomez flopped when he went and did Kill Tony? He didn't prepare and started blaming Tony for not calling him before and wearing his sweats and all this sort of shit. That's the same place, right? The same place where he honestly, all of these guys are terrible, man. Your friend does Kill Tony, but like, I don't know. He didn't give me enough notice. It's like, all right, cool, bro.
Was doing it. I was like, oh, he's going to roast.
He's going to go off.
Yeah, that's what he does. Obviously,
he's a comedian. Why the fuck would you have a comedian?
But not only just a comedian, like you're talking.
Hey, shut up.
talking
He's
about.
a roast.
That's literally what he does.
He sold out MSG twice too.
The last high-profile thing that he did was the Tom Brady roast, and
big up Asada's.
He ain't no real Puerto Rican. His dad was a real Puerto Rican, that's why he was stabbed to death. R.I.P. to a real piece of trash.
That's actually a good point. If you've not been involved in a knife fight, can you actually say you're Puerto Rican? Can you actually say you're Dominican or Puerto Rican if you've never been involved in a knife fight? Can you? Can you really say that? Yes or no? Yes or yes?
he roasts, and he roasts, brutally, and he's very good at it. So it was not even a slight surprise to me when I clicked on the video to see what he was doing.
I actually thought it was.
Yo, what the fuck is this set, man? What's going? Who's Zach? Is that the Louis and Zach show? Like, what are the graphics? What is the background? What is the effect around the what is going on right now? What is this? Anyway, whatever. I can't talk because I've got my little raggedy flag from I can't talk, but what the fuck is going on?
Tamer than it would be. I didn't think
he had to
it
tame it. Well, because it was on cable TV, right? He couldn't curse. He couldn't say certain things.
Yeah.
He still went pretty hard.
He went pretty
hard for what it was. Now, look, and we'll get into like the actual video and the backlash and all that other stuff. Like, I just assumed that was the assignment. I've spoken to Tony a couple times. I didn't ask him because I'm not trying to get the scoop.
Luis J. Gomez is painting his nails. Bro, you're 40. How old is Luis? How old is he? Yo, you're too old for this. You are way, 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 way too old for this, bro. You're too old for this, man. He's trying to get this is him trying to fuck, innit? This is him trying to fuck. This is him trying to fuck. This is for sure a sign of somebody trying to fuck more. He's trying to fuck more younger girls. Probably he's not happy with the age that he's fucking now, right? He's probably they're probably, north of 25. He wants probably north of 22, 23. So he wants to get down and compete, He's got the money to do so because he's built himself a nice little career. Nice little operation going on there, but now let's paint the nails and let's really get them going. And he's got like man nails as well, like they're just too short. Oh yeah. Oh, it doesn't look good, man. It's not you, bro. What are you doing, bro? Luis Gomez trying to fuck some young things. Painting his nose black is hilarious.
Let everyone know what the word is, right? I just made sure that he was doing good because he's a friend of mine. It's
big up at David Guerrero. He says he's doing it to point out how Zesty's big jet. Yeah, people don't. Whatever, man. Whatever. I'm just doing it just as a joke. So yeah, sure. He's trying to fuck some young things. We know what he's doing, man. We know what he's doing.
Assumed that the Trump campaign and their people, at the very least, either vetted the jokes and said, let's see what you're going to say and approve them,
I don't know. Yeah, did they?
Or said, go off and do what you want to do. We know you roast. We know what you do. And that was the cool thing that they were trying to do. I think that they just said, do what you want to do.
Okay.
I don't think that they vetted the jokes. I don't think that
they shouldn't have to vet the jokes. They really shouldn't have to vet the jokes. They probably assumed he was going to do a good job and knew the assignment and would go on there and just crank out the hits. It was a horrible set. Meandering, all over the place, filler, trying to get the crowd back on song by, cheating a bit here and there, by shouting at the crowd and doing terrible crowd work and saying, make America great again. Like, come on, man. It was a terrible set. Aside from the racist joke, it was also a garbage set. Like, really, really garbage. One joke was funny. The Diddy joke. The rest of it was terrible.
That he submitted them. My assumption is
they couldn't have, right?
No, I don't. That's crazy. I mean, some of them on, because here's the thing, like they're, say what you want about the jokes. I thought a lot of the jokes were very funny.
Of course,
I thought the Puerto Rico floating pile of garbage thing was very funny. It was misdirection. How do you not understand
my pillow promo code?
How do you understand makes the oh, fuck off. Of course you thought it was funny. Of course you thought it was funny. You're not gonna say it's not funny because that's Rogan's boy.
Pretty funny.
Yeah, there was some funny. There's some easy or cheesy stuff as well, but that's what roasts are. Like literally, if you watch a roast battle or you watch any roast, a lot of it is formulaic, and that's just what it is.
Sure.
And then the room was uncomfortable and tight at times, so that's not helping.
He called it out though. He
of
felt
course.
it and he called it out.
But
so hold on, are the fans wrong for being uncomfortable and tight when the joke is making them uncomfortable and tight? Or does the comedian have to remind them to let loose, man, just laugh? It's like, your jokes are making me uncomfortable, and I'm displaying that by being uncomfortable and tight. Are fans not allowed to react the way they want to react to a joke that you said, or do they need to react the way that you want them to react?
Yeah, my assumption is that they said to him, "We know what you do."
Niggas out here wearing gas digital hoodies, gas digital hoodies, for real, gas digital hoodies. That's what you're wearing. You might as well wear a Salesforce t-shirt, man. Honestly, you might as well wear a fucking Salesforce t-shirt. Gas digital hood, like, all right.
Have fun up there, go kill it.
There also is the other thing when you do stuff like that, they don't edit the audio like a comedy thing, so the laughs just seem lower. Like if you actually hear, there's people like, whoa. And all
no, of course.
But
They,
you can make the laughs lower and make someone sound like they're doing worse.
Yeah, I don't think. They're not miking the audience. When you hear a comedy show,
Ryan Long,
the audience is mic'd.
Ryan Long, I like you, but let's allow with the cope. Let's allow with the cope. Let's allow it. I like you and stuff, but let's not make it excuses. Oh, the show actually lowered the volume of the laughs, so it's like, let's allow it. Even if they did lower the volumes, if it's funny, it's funny. We would have laughed. We don't need the audience to laugh to vindicate your laughs. Like, come on. I like you, Ryan Long, but let's chill.
They bring in multiple mics, multiple sources. They layer, when you listen to the way comedy specials work, they layer the laugh tracks to make it sound bigger and fuller.
Dude, I'm sure you've had your mic feeds where they send you the mic feed and you're like, I just crushed that set, and you listen to the mic feed, you're like, this might have been the worst.
Yeah. You say me specifically?
Yeah.
I'm sure you're special.
That's my point. Oh, damn. The premise of the joke was killing, which is that you're having trouble with. Oh, you think I've ever killed?
Oh, it's me, you piece of but no, like whatever, it doesn't even matter. I don't give a shit. Like his assignment was to go be a comic and to go tell jokes. Unquestionably, people getting mad, being like, "Oh, it's a political rally." How can you shut the fuck up? The amount of comics that are coming out and piling on and trashing Tony Hinchcliffe. I mean, what are we doing, guys?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
How are you not just even if you think he bombed, even if you didn't like the jokes, how are you not celebrating it and going like, "Wow, dude, what a crazy moment that a."
What? So if I'm a comedian and I didn't find it funny and I found it offensive, I shouldn't say it. I should instead say, "Wow, dude, how amazing. Wow, dude." What? How does that make any sense? I'm struggling to understand this. So comedians aren't allowed to criticize other comedians.
I mean, what are we doing, guys?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
How are you not just even if you think he bombed, even if you didn't like the jokes, how are you not celebrating it and going like, "Wow, dude, what a crazy moment that a comic gets invited to go and roast one of the biggest moments in like political history."
It's not, yeah, but it's not. Does it matter if you're a comedian? What's that got to do if you're a comedian though? It's not that really big. Like what? Yeah, but exactly.
This is the thin blue line for hacks.
Exactly. You just defend at all costs in the hopes that maybe he might get you on Rogan. Is this what it is? Like, huh? What? Such a weird defense. So, whatever. Let's let him talk. Big up NJ Ranger.
This is massive. It's so.
Apparently, Don Rickles did a Reagan one. I saw some.
They had somebody was doing a Kamala. George Lopez was doing the Kamala thing, and he trashed Mexicans, and nobody's making a big deal about it.
Joke.
But it's just kind of like, and by the way, they do this every year or every few years at the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Yeah.
And they always come under. I think Nikki Glaser got in trouble a few years ago for certain things.
Comedy's a very big part of like American political culture in a weird way.
People always get in trouble, and people always take it too far, right? And you see these things, and when you put a comic in that environment, very often they're not murdering like they would at a comedy show because it is awkward and it's ballsy as shit to go in that environment. It's not an easy environment to do it in, right? But because it's Trump and it's so crazy heavy politicized, they're making it into a much bigger thing than it really needs to be. They are jokes. We all know they're jokes. And everyone in the world knows they're jokes.
Are we not allowed to say that they just weren't funny? What's all of this fucking white knighting and this gaslighting and this nonsense and this insulting of our intelligence? Are we just not allowed to say, even if you don't think it's racist, maybe that's going too far, it was just not funny. The majority of that set wasn't funny. Is that not allowed to be said? What? These motherfuckers, man. Anyway, let's see what Baba has to say. You curious to hear about what Baba has to say? Yes. I'll move on to other things. Let's hear what Baba has to say. Let's hear what Big B Schaub has to say about Tony Hinchcliffe's set during the fucking MAGA rally. What does he have to say about it? I'm curious to hear. Oh, look, it's a brat 4, I guess, for Brendan, right? Dry fast or brat or something, right? Here we go. Let's see what Baba has to say about Tony Hinchcliffe, his boy, right? Because he just got a top up from Rogan, right? He's now part of Rogan crew. He got a nice little top up from Rogan, a nice sort of splooge session from Rogsy. So he's probably feeling extra, energized to be one of, Tony Hinchcliffe's boys. Even though Tony Hinchcliffe has said some disparaging things about Brendan in recent years. He's laughed at a couple of jokes. He's mocked him here and there. Let's hear how much he defends Tony.
Tony is a savage roaster. That's what he is. That's what he's known for. He's the best in the world at doing it. He's massive. He's the best ever.
I'm gonna dispute that best in the world, by the way. Best to ever do it as well. I also dispute that.
Do it, right? He's the roast master. That's what he does. That's for a certain type of.
You got to know you're gonna get.
Hold on, let me finish it. It's for a certain type of fan base.
Hey, Rinks, shut the fuck up 1 second. B Schaub is talking. Shut the fuck up.
I don't know you're gonna get.
Hold on, let me finish it. It's for a certain.
I don't know you're gonna get.
Hold on, let me finish it. It's for a certain type of fan base. At a rally, a political rally, you got to remember.
Rally? Why'd you say rally like that? Rally? Why'd you say it like that? What's wrong with him?
At a rally, a political rally, you got to.
Why'd you say it like that? Huh.
Type of fan base. At a rally, a political rally, you got to remember 98% of the audience doesn't know who Tony is, isn't familiar with his work. And it's for a rally for the president of the United States. Tony's going to say the most outrageous shit if you watch his Netflix.
Big up Utre. That's a Denver hood accent. Yeah, man. The slums of Denver, innit? What's the postcode over that Denver? 412-798? Oh, yeah.
Roast session of Tom Brady and all that stuff. He's going to say the most outrageous, hurtful stuff. But in that lane, he's the best at doing it. But you take him out of there, you drop him in the casual pool, and you say that stuff, it's going to offend not only the left, but also the right.
Also, if it's not funny, he could have gotten away with that joke if it was funny. Funny is funny. That wasn't funny, and it also sounded racist. That's it. It's not that big of a deal. And the majority, if not all of the set, was dog shit anyway. I don't understand why these guys are caping, white knighting for this man so much. I know why they are, but it's just annoying. It really is.
It's going to be a problem. And I think for Tony, he's going to be bigger now, but it actually hurts the movement. Because the left goes...
It hurts the movement? What? It hurts the movement?
Disputing Bapa's points is like disagreeing with an infant, like arguing with a barking dog, like a praying mantis versus a tiger. What are you gonna do, eat?
What are you gonna do, Nate? You use some of that jujitsu on me? Honestly, what a crash out. That was such an unnecessary crash out for no reason. This guy called him a crybaby, and he actually started crying and threatening violence. He just wants to kill someone, honestly. Schaub is itching to kill somebody, man. Schaub is itching to put his hands on somebody and just fucking turn their lights off. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, he's itching. He's itching for somebody to give an excuse. He can't wait to do what fucking Hamzat did to Robert Whittaker. He wants to fucking get his fucking forearm in someone's face and send their teeth all the way back to their fucking esophagus. He is dying. He is dying he is dying to break somebody's jawline with a neck crank. He wants to do that so badly. You know he does.
Because, okay, most people don't know who Tony is. We're going to run with this. And we're going to take his stuff that if this is Comedy Central.
they're already using it.
If this is Netflix.
Ads.
If this is Comedy Central to Netflix, yeah, it's all good. It's jokes. But this is a political rally. This isn't a roast. So they're going to take what you're known for, and you're the best in the world at doing, and I don't have an issue with it. It's Tony. He's the best. I don't have an issue with it.
No one's asking if you have an issue with it, you fucking dork, or you whatever. Not dork, you mongoloid. You weren't in the audience. The audience that saw it live had an issue with it. The audience that, you know, the supporters of the Republican Party who are Puerto Rican, they had an issue with it, clearly. I don't have an issue with it. Oh, really? Says the white guy. Good to know. Glad we got that input from you.
You also know he's not serious. You know he's not being. You know,
but
that
remember,
he's not
we know
actually
Tony.
Racist.
The issue is, and where Trump's team fucked up, 98% of the world.
You got to vet the savage. You got to know that
you have no. You brought.
You're not bringing a politician on. You're bringing a guy who takes big risks. And
knocks it out the park. And those big risks, the reason why Tony's so good,
because he takes big risks.
He takes big risks, and they're also super offensive, but it's funny in his arena.
But we know him. When you don't know him,
the left doesn't. They go, oh my God, he just called Puerto Rico or Costa Rica trash.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico, Costa Rica, what? He got Puerto Rico and Costa Rica mixed up.
When you don't know him,
the left doesn't. They go, oh my God, he just called Puerto Rico or Costa Rica trash. Knocks it out the park. And those big risks.
He probably thinks it's the same place. He probably thinks it's the same place. He probably thinks it's the same place.
We know him. When you don't know him,
the left doesn't. They go, oh my God, he's called Puerto Rico or Costa Rica trash.
This man has 2 degrees. This man has 2 degrees, a mansion, a wife that doesn't work, 3 kids, 4 cars, 1 million trainers. If he can do it, you can do it too. If he can do it, you can do it too. Puerto Rico, Costa Rica. I'm sorry, Puerto Rico, Costa Rica. Listen.
Arena. We know him. When you don't know him,
the left doesn't. They go, oh my God, he just called Puerto Rico or Costa Rica trash. And so they're going to run with
So the way I look at it,
I don't think it's going to matter.
I've been asked a lot from people who are friends.
Costa Rica. Yo, this guy's fucking legendary. Costa Rica.
When you don't know him,
the left doesn't. They go, oh my God, he just called Puerto Rico or Costa Rica trash.
Costa Rica.
And so they're going to run with
So the way I look at it,
I don't think it's going to matter.
I've been asked a lot from people who are friends of mine and from conservatives and from, you know, and so here's how I would look at it. You know, I didn't watch him do the stuff.
Maybe you should watch it then, Callen. Honestly, is this like a cop out? I didn't watch it. Maybe you should watch it then. It was trending everywhere. I'm not even from your fucking country and I've fucking seen it. Maybe watch the clip. It's all over fucking social media. I didn't watch it. I actually read it. Oh really? What? Did somebody send it via carrier pigeon? Fucking hell. Big up King Bayo.
When will Byron deal with Bappa? How he did our redacted boy Clint.
When will Bryan do? Oh yeah. Oh, I can't wait for that. It's happening. It's gonna come soon. It's gonna come soon. And I'll be here. You will be here. Big up King Bayo. Oh, I can't wait for that. That's gonna be a hot one.
Read about some of the jokes. I read what some of the jokes were. And I think part of what makes Tony successful is that he takes big risks, you know, as a comedian.
And nails them.
Yes. And so sometimes, you know, and most of the
By the way, what are these big risks? What is this? Tony's a risk taker. First he's a wolf, then a lion, now he's a risk taker. Or like what are these myths they're creating in real time? What are these narratives? What are these yarns that are starting to spin? What is this nonsense? Risk taker. What? Where? What, because he wears fucking horrible clothes? Medallions on his belts. Really shiny and tight fucking, what you call it? Down vest things that he puts on. Like, risk taker, huh? He's Rogan's friend. He's a made man, like risk taker.
Time a lot of comics will take those risks in a friendly audience or a smaller audience. But Tony, you know, Tony took a big risk on a world stage. And that's Tony. He's willing to take a huge risk. Now,
when I saw it, I went, good for you.
Yeah. Now sometimes it'll like anything. Anytime as a comic, when you're writing, when you're trying things out, as a comic, sometimes you're gonna find out where the line is, and you're gonna find out where the line when you cross the line. You're gonna find out. But sometimes you do it in a smaller crowd. He might have found out.
But Tony's at this level though. Like his thing, his roast on Netflix is the most watched thing ever.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
On Netflix.
So
let's relax on that one. Let's relax. It wasn't just him. There was a bunch of other people there, and it wasn't his roast. Let's fucking relax. It's fucking Tom Brady. Let's fucking relax. His roast, you know. Like, let's fucking chill out. Wasn't Kevin Hart the fucking host of it as well? Like, come on, man. His roast. The most... Okay, cool. Yeah, sure.
So he's already at a mass scale.
And that was already pretty... Like, part of the reason people loved it was because it was like, he didn't give a fuck, you know? And
nor does
exactly. Big up on exactly. Squid Game. The other one with the kids, time traveling shit. That shit's probably way more popular. Don't they show Friends on there? Reruns, Sex and the City. Come on, man. Relax. And also, if it was popular, it's not because of fucking Tony Hinchcliffe. It's because of Tom Brady. Let's also chill on that one too.
Tony don't give a fuck about this. But also with the narrative on the left being like, oh, it's going to sway the election.
It's not just the narrative on the left.
No, but hold on. Even the right. So Bad Bunny has been on the left. Bad Bunny has been endorsing Biden, endorsing Kamala Harris. That's not new. Tony doing this, it's not like Bad Bunny was like, all right, that's it. I'm going to pick a side. Most of those big names have been endorsing Kamala from the jump. So I know the narrative now is look at all these Latino influence.
Maybe they were wanting to endorse the left because they know most likely they're not going to have a comedian go on stage and call their country a pile of rubbish. Maybe that might be the reason. Maybe some of those Puerto Rican artists were like, you know what? You know, we don't know everything that's going on with politics over there, but we're going to endorse these guys here on the left because they may be more respectful of where we come from, our culture and our heritage. Just maybe, but I could be wrong.
They've been on that side, dude.
Yeah, I know, but
there's not a lot of people.
I'm not gonna say I don't know enough.
I do. I do. There's not a lot of people in the music industry endorsing Trump. They can't, dude. So this whole narrative, look at all these Latinos endorsing.
What do you mean they can't? Of course they can. There's a ton of people supporting Trump in the music industry. What the fuck's he talking about? The entirety of country music is basically Republicans, no? Most of the artists in that field. What's he talking about? Bare rappers are coming out saying stuff about Trump. It's actually the safest time to be a Trump fan in public now, in media. You're not getting as cancelled as much as you once were in the past. Like, what are you talking about?
Kamala, it's going to influence. No, it's not. They've been doing it. How's it going in the polls?
So actually, that's not actually accurate. The Latina vote for the first time in a lot of ways is skewing, you know, especially Latino men are skewing toward Trump. And
yeah, you're missing you're not listening, Pete. I said the music industry. So you're conflicting two things.
Yeah, right.
The Latino vote.
Conflicting two things. Wow, has Papa been reading? When did he use the word conflicting? No, he actually said the wrong way. It's meant to say conflating, right? It's not being conflicting. He's actually said the wrong word. It's meant to say you're conflating two things, not conflicting two things.
You're not listening, Pete. I said the music industry. So you're conflicting two things.
Yeah, right.
The Latino vote, which isn't the elite fucking music artists, they're trending towards Trump. But if you think because Bad Bunny says to vote for Kamala Harris is going to change that, you're out of your fucking mind. He's been on her side.
Can we maybe say it doesn't help though? Maybe you don't believe it to be true, but can we say Tony Hinchcliffe going up on stage and insulting a large base of Trump fans in their home state probably isn't the smartest way to go about things, isn't the greatest place in the world? Maybe. Can we agree on that? Maybe. Just maybe.
No. So I think what the worry is, from what I have read and what I've heard, is that because the Latino vote's so important,
of course, huge.
You know, and also it's not just the Latino vote; it's pockets of the Latino vote, right? So in like Allentown, Pennsylvania is a big
swing state. Yeah.
So the worry sometimes can be, did that sway in a razor-thin election? Did that kind of get? And then you have the leaders of the Latino community saying, like mayors and stuff, pointing to this as being evidence that the Trump campaign is racist or whatever it might be.
Or whatever it might be, you know. The guy goes on stage and says a joke that a lot of people interpret as racist. It might be racist. Okay, cool, bro. Might be hype. Might be hype. Big up those guys. Absolutely epic coverage. We've covered most of that sort of shit, so we can move on now because that shit is fucking boring me. But big up all those guys. Big up all those guys for the constant defense of Rogan's friends. I just love how fucking Trump threw Tony Hinchcliffe under the bus. Honestly, we gotta play that clip one more time. I'm sorry. Epic throwing under the bus. I don't know that guy. I've never met him. I don't know where he lives, where he stays. This reminds me of the same way when Bryan Callen threw Chris Lee under the bus. I've never met him. When he did one show together, I don't know him. We've never hung out. This was brutal.
I don't even know if you were there for the whole thing. I don't know what time you got there. I was told and made aware that you had no idea about this comedian who made comments.
I have no idea who he is. Somebody said there was a comedian that joked about Puerto Rico or something, and I have no idea who he is. Never saw him, never heard of him, and don't want to know him. But I have no idea. They put a comedian in, which everybody does. You throw comedians in. You don't vet them and go crazy. It's nobody's fault. But somebody
it's gotta hurt. It's gotta hurt.
What they've done is taken somebody that
you've been sucking him off all year,
to do with us,
and he just ditches you like this.
A big deal. But I don't know who it is. I don't even know who put him in. And I can't imagine it's a big deal. I've done more for Puerto Rico than any president I think that's ever been president.
That's ever lived. I am Puerto Rican. Donald J. Trump. J is for Jose. Or Javier. Oh. Big up. I saw him.
Trump was Tony's free speech ticket for comedy. This was the response of Tony's free speech warrior.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
poetic.
Exactly.
Absolute
Honestly,
idiots on every side.
Exactly. Fucking poetic. Chef's kiss. Chef's fucking kiss. Anyways, let's move on. Big up Asad Aziz. Appreciate you, brother. Let's go learn. So, last bit of this coverage. Mark Maron sticking the boot in. Mark Maron calls out comedians who joke around with white supremacists and fascists on their podcast. All it does is normalize fascism. Obviously, Mark Maron's not going to miss an opportunity to stick the boot in. Mark Maron called out comedians with podcasts who joke around shameless, self-proclaimed white supremacists and fascists on their show. All it does is normalize and humanize and normalize fascism. When somebody uses their platform for that reason, they're facilitating anti-American sentiment and promoting violent autocracy. He wrote in a blog post shared on social media, when Maron did not call out anyone by name, the post comes 3 days after Rogan. Even though I did not do a political show, I have been very clear in my specials and on podcasts. I believe and have believed for years that what is brewing in the country, in America, is a fascist movement rooted half in grievance and half in Jesus and enabled by tech oligarchs and the inundation of propaganda from many sources. Maron wrote, well, it's fully percolated and pouring into the minds of all of us. It's shameless and proud. Culturally, the combination of blatant racist fear-mongering and the anti-woke movement have delivered their message for the future, a future that marginalizes all voices. He continued and said, the anti-woke flank of the new fascism is being driven almost exclusively by comics, my peers. Whether or not they are self-aware, whether or not they are self-serving or true believers in the new fascism is unimportant. They are the movement. Whether they see themselves as acolytes or just as comics doesn't matter. Whether they are driven by the idea that they are fighting for free speech issues or whether they are truly morally bankrupt racists doesn't matter. They are part of the public face of fascist political movement that seeks to destroy a democratic idea. Yo, he's spitting, but this is a bit much. Because that guy called Puerto Rico a trash country like that, I don't know. In a blog post, Maron pondered whether greedy influencers and comics are aligning with right-wing movement for self-serving reasons. Of course they are. You know that to be true. You know that to be true. Fascism is good for business. If you toe the line, Maron says. Popular podcasts become tribal and divisive years ago. Now they may be in the position to become part of the media oligarchy under the new democratic government. So basically podcasts might end up being the new mainstream media, which they already are anyway, but essentially that's what they might end up being. Hopefully it goes the other way and tolerance and diversity can breathe, inch forward, but who knows? Try to realize that you don't have to alienate yourself in the face of culture annihilation. Hold on to who you are and try not to be afraid to live your truth in the midst of an avalanche of toxic bullshit. Maron, spitting some bars there, spitting some bars there, spitting some bars there. Well, I largely agree with what he's saying. I think he's going a little bit over the top, being a little bit dramatic with some of the things that he's saying, but largely I do agree with some of the points he's making up. There's a big up Mark Maron, big up M.Izzle. More news here courtesy of Variety regarding Adam Ray new special. It's set to drop on Netflix, so big up fucking Adam Ray. We'd love to see it. Adam Ray sets Dr. Phil live comedy special at Netflix where he'll interview the real Dr. Phil. So big up Adam Ray. That success of the Dr. Phil costume and acts, you know, what you call it? How do you call it again? The role he does, whatever the role he does, I'm happy for him because I felt like for a period of time I was kind of getting bummed out for him because I felt like, oh, he's maybe, is it typecasting himself in a way with this role? But it obviously has open doors for other things and he's probably leaning into it a bit more and is probably happy enough to probably transition into doing this full time where he kind of, you know, pretends to basically be Dr. Phil. So it says Adam Ray is bringing his Dr. Phil parody show to Netflix. The wild new special in which the comedian dressed as a moustache talk show host will come face to face with Dr. Phil himself, which is pretty cool, right? Debuting on Netflix on November 19th, the untitled Adam Ray's Dr. Phil comedy special will also see Ray as Phil interview his special guest Peyton Oswald, Jay Farrow, and Gollum. That was a horrible guest, by the way. Peyton Oswald, Jay Farrow, and Gollum. And to get to know the audience through silly questions and games. Ray's Dr. Phil Live had become one of the hottest tickets in Comedy Store in Los Angeles, California before the comedian took it on the road across America. The show will soon expand beyond the United States. Oh, that's pretty sick. He's taking it internationally. I know he records it for YouTube, that's why I usually see most of it, but he's going to do it internationally too. That's pretty sick. Netflix special marks for the first time the real Dr. Phil sat down in person with Ray. The comedian will now takes his Dr. Phil show to New York City Comedy Festival in November 15th. Oh, it's a festival in comedy. Okay, cool. In 15th, Dr. Phil, as Dr. Phil, Ray has interviewed comedians such as Bill Burr, Whitney Cummings, Kumuli Nanjiani, Bert Kreischer. He's taken the experimental comedy format to Netflix as a joke festival, various podcasts, and LA's Kia Forum with Gil Tony. Okay. There's the advert. That's pretty cool. I quite like to see it. I can't wait to see it when it eventually drops. It's probably gonna be really funny, by the way, because Ray doesn't fucking hold back. He's with the shits, so it should be good. It should be fucking good. I'm really looking forward to that one. So big up those guys. Let's switch tack and let's do a bit of the podcast cringe shit. So big up everybody tuning in. Appreciate you. Make sure you like the stream down below if you're enjoying it. And let's switch tacks and do a little bit of the podcast cringe, the new video regarding Bert Kreischer and Stavros. I'm curious to see Wagwan here and how much dunking has podcast cringe done on Bert, because you know how much I enjoy listening to podcast cringe dunk on Bert because he hates him so fucking much. I fucking love it. So let's hear what he has to say. On here, bear with me a second as I get it up on there. And then we can continue on. Yeah, cool, blessed. Podcast cringe. Bert Kreischer gets called out by a real comedian. Let's get this full screen and see what happens here. Let's go.
I think I have superior genetics.
Yeah, I wouldn't phrase it that way.
I think I've watered them down my whole life.
Yes.
And I've put myself at 50% and achieved 100%.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
What I would have looked like had I been the guy at 25 that said, "Buck stops here. I'm going to start eating clean."
Let me ask you this though, Bert. You keep an egg in a fridge, let's say, right? Perfect conditions. Eventually, it'll go bad. You pickle that egg with booze, and that egg can last forever. You might have preserved yourself in booze somehow.
Dude,
you're like the beef jerky of guys.
So our boy Bert was due for his annual reality check from based comedian Stavros Halkias. For those of you who are new to this
Hella loud isn't too loud. Okay, let me lower it a little bit more there. Let's put it there. How about
channel, Stubby's basically one of us. He's our guy on the inside of the top 250 elite comedy murderers who keeps them in check and dishes out humble pie whenever he's on their podcasts. What Stavros lacks in physical ability and aesthetic beauty, he makes up for in self-awareness, almost like the complete opposite of Bert Kreischer. And so whenever he's in a room with Bert, we're reminded of what Bert could have been and should have been instead of the Bert that has been. But what seems to be the trend with Rogan's 6 never-been-funny comedians is a growing obsession with their health, exercise, and diets. This is what we've come to expect from this new breed of comedians. It was only a few weeks ago that Tom Segura shared his improved bowel movements with us on YMH with Matt Rife, and then again with Joe Rogan on JRE after he hired a personal chef to take care of all of his dietary requirements. There's also Tom's regular updates on his exercise regime, how his trainer's been adding more cardio and weight training to his program in the lead up to his shoot for Netflix, and we all know about Tom's suspiciously close relationship with his trainer.
Suspiciously close relationship with his trainer. It was really weird though, to be fair. It was a really weird segment of the special, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, it's suspiciously weird.
After he made a documentary about himself last year. However, we've long suspected that most of the pandemic comedy millionaires have been hoarding doses of Ozempic so they can hit their dream summer bodies without all the usual effort required to do so. Now, finally, Bert decided to expose the worst kept secret in Hollywood or Austin or wherever the fuck these guys are at. So I've got a few servings of podcast cringe slop for you guys today. Stavros was calling out Bert the whole episode for his bullshit takes, and at one point he straight up accused him of lying, so stick around for that towards the end. Just quickly though, make sure you check out the link in the description to my Patreon for all my uncensored long form content. I'm currently working on a video covering Tony Hinchcliffe's drama from this week, so you don't want to miss out on that one. There's plenty of other stuff on there as well, covering Rogan, Kill Tony, various lol suits, as well as other bits and pieces, and it's just a great way to support the channel, so go and check that out if you're interested. But as for Bert, what better way to start a podcast without your co-host than to dish out his dirty laundry and confirm what we've been suspecting this whole time.
Hey guys, brand new Two Bears, One Cave. Tom Segura is getting his levels checked for Ozempic, and he is not here. You know, have you ever thought about Ozempic?
I've thought about it. I've thought about getting Zemped up.
Yeah. I don't know how Ozempic works, for real.
This is an Ozempic issue?
Oh, yeah, for real. For real. Oh, yeah, it really is. He does joke ones about me, and I just tell the truth. I just tell the fucking truth. And everyone goes, oh, it's a joke. No, it's not a joke.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm not going to lie. I did not know he would be on it. It's pretty ironic, isn't it? Pretty ironic for Tom Segura, the guy always dunking on the pause, acting like he's better than everybody, you know, gloating in the face of people's demise, lauding his wealth and his success over people, is incapable of losing weight the conventional way and keeps it secret and likes to pretend like he's losing weight the conventional way, but he's actually on Ozempic. Pretty wild, isn't it? And he still looks like shit, by the way. It's not like he's on Ozempic and he looks ripped and shit. He still looks like fucking dog shit. So I find that pretty funny. I find that pretty funny how close they've kept that to their chest. You know? I love that. I love that.
He's been on Ozempic for the second it came out, he got on it.
Really?
Wow. Look at even Stavy's shocked. Even Stavros is shocked because Tom has been on this health kick for a long time. He's been acting like he lost all of this weight naturally, or like the normal way, the conventional way, with diet and exercise. That's why we were all suppressed. That's why I was impressed. Maybe I'm not speaking for everybody. That's why I was impressed, because he's like a regular middle-aged man. For a regular middle-aged man to find who'd never really exercised to suddenly start exercising and lose a considerable amount of weight, that's a big fucking deal. That deserves a lot of props, a lot of pats on the back. Like, well done, you did that shit. But now we know why it's so hard, because most people don't. And Tom had the means and got fucking Zempied up straight away. The moment it came out, he got a bit.
And that's how he lost all the weight. Everyone's like, no, hard work. Really? Really, was it hard work? Do you think he looked in the mirror one day and he's like,
this is pissing you off, I can tell. That he's the sexy one now.
I almost got on it. Because when he got on it before anyone was doing it.
Yeah.
I'm on metformin. I'm not saying.
Wow. Wow. So Bert is basically exposing Tom because he's jealous or pissed off that Tom keeps getting credit for the weight loss, when Bert knows deep down how he did lose the weight. It wasn't what people think. Who needs enemies when you got friends like fucking Bert and Tom in it? Fucking hell.
I'm not pervious. Like metformin helps with your blood sugars. It's pre-diabetic medication. Metformin, yeah. I don't know what it does.
Smart. Smart. Don't look into the thing that's altering your body chemistry.
Exactly.
But it's all right. You're super healthy every other way.
Dude.
You don't do anything else that might f you up either.
I just got my blood work back.
How's it looking? Love to hear that.
Perfect.
Love to hear that.
To the point where she said, this is the healthiest you've ever been.
Wow.
Who are these doctors, by the way? And what is this constant need to keep getting blood work done, by the way? It feels like he gets his blood work done every 2 weeks or every month or something. It's like, blood. Why are you getting your blood work test? Like, what is going on? Very, very strange.
And by the way, I've been partying up until like 2 weeks before I got my blood work. So it's not, biomarkers take like 110 days to change. So if you want to lower all your results, you got to quit everything for 110 days.
Okay, so this is one of the many things that I don't understand about Bert. The guy's basically on every medication under the sun. Like he just said, he's taking metformin, which is used to treat diabetes, and also for those at high risk of developing type 2 diabetes, like Bert. He's previously mentioned that he takes meds for high blood pressure and high cholesterol. And don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking him for taking meds to improve his health, but why does he then go on and brag about how healthy he is?
That's what I was about to say. He takes all these medication, but then he also brags about it, almost as if like, it's almost like the bragging he's doing to the people who think he's gonna die. 'Cause remember, that's what he got annoyed about. He was really annoyed that people on the Bert Kreischer subreddit, on the Your Mum's House subreddit, were making threads about when they think Bert might die, and it really got to him. Like, it really shook him up. It really made him upset. It really affected him. So maybe he, in a weird way, is trying to counteract that, or trying to clap back by saying, see, I'm not dying, actually. I'm actually really healthy. Like, taking pride in having these good test results because it sort of like justifies or vindicates, you know, the way they've been living. I don't know, there's something in it. It's just a strange way to go about doing things anyway, but I could be wrong. Who knows?
Taking a bunch of meds while you're an obese alcoholic and getting good blood test results is not a flex. Exactly. It means all the shit you're taking is working. Bert's constantly bragging about his blood test results and how he's never been healthier, and it sounds like he's more surprised than anyone else. And the whole health circle jerk going on with these guys is...
Yo, big up Joe of MIA and Uche as well. Good comments here back to back. Famous people are scared of death, so they take tests all the time. Yeah, people always say the same thing. If ever you meet a famous person, if you really want to get into their inner circle, start talking to them about, you know, longevity and shit, and human optimization, and they're gonna be all over you, because that's all those guys want. Uche, diabetics get their blood checked every 60 days, so he's just talking about his blood sugar, but it's just an average of 90 days. Okay, cool. Maybe it's average. Okay, cool. So that explains why the constant tests with your blood as well. Okay.
Pretty fucking wild. I mean, the roller coaster health journey that Tom Segura's been on since he got assaulted by the hardwood flooring in a gym, but then this whole time he's been dosed up on Ozempic, that's not the kind of shit you want to be publicizing. Do you guys remember when comedians used to keep all this shit to themselves? I think it would be different if Tom and Bert actually improved their health instead of taking these celebrity shortcuts and constantly reminding us how rich they are.
The Foreman, those fucking kettlebell swings. Jesus.
Celebrity shortcuts and constantly reminding us how rich they are. The last time Bert was on JRE with the Sober October crew, he was bragging about how him and his wife were loving their Ways to Well treatment and how much being on TRT has improved their lives. Everyone should get down there and check it out, etc., etc. We're talking about treatments that cost thousands of dollars a month, and the worst part is they both still look like shit. But like I said at the beginning, we're only just getting started because Bert's delusions, as usual, got worse.
Do you ever think that you might have been capable of something so much better than what you're doing, and you're using your body to just not die from alcoholism? Do you think like
every day?
Jesus Christ, Stavros, man, fucking hell! What kind of question is that? Brutal. Fucking
got
hell.
worse.
Do you ever think that you might have been capable of something so much better than what you're doing, and you're using your body to just not die from alcoholism?
Jesus Christ. Gagged.
Do you think like
every day? Do you know what?
And I don't know what it would be.
Last night, I was sick. I was legit sick, and I got sick. In the morning, I worked out anyway, and I was like, I was doing a podcast with Leanne. I started falling asleep, and then I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a nap, and I haven't been drinking, and then I took a nap, and immediately I bounced back, and I was like, nice, I feel good. I think I have superior genetics.
Yeah, I wouldn't phrase it that way.
I think I've watered them down my whole life.
Yeah,
he actually believes that too. That's the thing that's really wild. That's what maybe growing up being a nepo baby or being rich and stuff does to you. Like he genuinely believes what he's saying. He's not even like faking it. He's not even pretending. He actually believes he's like special. Like for real. Like the rules don't apply to me. Like I'm just different. Doors just open for me. What can I say? It's like, huh? You do know eventually you're gonna pay in whatever.
Yes.
And I've put myself at 50% and achieved 100%.
Yeah.
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
What
But
I
maybe
would have
not.
looked like had I been the guy at 25 that said,
"Yo, big up Deegan Psychonaut. Appreciate you, brother."
Buck stops here. I'm gonna start eating clean.
Let me ask you this though, Bert. You keep an egg in a fridge, let's say, right? Perfect conditions. Eventually it'll go bad. You pickle that egg with booze, and that egg can...
Yo, big up Asaziz.
He was tired and had to nap because his body has been denied REM sleep due to his alcoholism.
Yeah, basically. Fucking hell, but doesn't have a problem. Not addicted, by the way. Don't have any issues. I'm perfectly fine. Okay, then. Big up Assad.
last forever. You might have preserved yourself in booze somehow.
Dude, you're
like the beef jerky of guys.
I'm gonna tell you an example. I have a friend. He was aggressively fat his entire life.
Yeah, sounds cool.
Yeah. And when he started trying to get healthy, he just started looking old. He's maybe how much younger is Tommy than me? Tom looks like a 70-year-old man. He looks like a 70-year-old man.
That's more salt and pepper, though.
No, but it's like aging. Like if you put me and Tom together, you think we're the same age. I'm like a generation older than him.
Interesting.
But I look so much better. It's wild.
I think
I look so much better. Does he actually own a mirror, or is he that delusional? I look so much better.
I think this is also another one of your great skills. Completely over.
Yo, big up Robert Henry Poet. Wagwan.
The kill Tonification of stand-up of comedy is almost at its breaking point. Soon, it all comes crashing down. Give Oz. Big up random show chat.
Exactly, it actually is on the way to coming down. The funny thing is, the more these guys keep stepping into the limelight, keep trying to, sell Hollywood movies, keep trying to be stars, the more the public will realize just how unfunny they are. That's what I love about it, I love seeing this in real time. So big up Robert Henry Poet. I appreciate it, brother.
Rating yourself. I don't know that you look that much better, Bert. You're jacked. I'll give you that. You're stronger.
I'll tell you what my great skills are. I am amazing. I'm amazing at recognizing talent. I'm hardcore amazing.
You are, yeah.
I really am. And I'm not even f***ing around.
Oh, man. Okay, just so you know, Bert wasn't able to list any other skills. He distracted himself and went on to talk about something else. But I've always wondered, what do you think would happen if Bert did an arena tour on his own? As in, without the massive lineup of comics that he surrounds himself with to sell tickets. I know that Bert's got a big fan.
He'd probably go and hire a DJ or an artist that could move the tickets as well. He would just do it by himself. There's no way. He wouldn't do that. There's no fucking way.
But like a lot of you out there, I suspect he'd struggle to fill an arena on his own without all of that support. And thank God for Starvey calling out Bert for spinning all his bullshit about how good he looks compared to Tom. The funny thing is, Bert's obviously been listening to all the stuff we've been saying about Tom because he keeps bringing up all the criticisms from the comment sections. We know that Bert reads all the comments and pretends he doesn't. He's even admitted to watching commentary videos about him and Tom. It's also kind of obvious because he repeats all the shit that we say about them. But imagine taking a nap when you're tired and then waking up feeling better, then concluding that it must be your superior genetics. I think scientists would learn more about the human brain from listening to the mental gymnastics that Bert goes through to cope with his existence on 2 Bears 1 Cave each week than they would from conducting actual studies. However, there are momentary glimpses of truth-telling here and there from Bert, and one thing that you can't deny about him is that he understands how lucky he is to be friends with Joe Rogan. This is one of the rare instances where I fully agree with him, and I gotta say, his logic in this next clip is nothing short of flawless.
Okay,
I said this to, I don't know who I said this to, but I said, for real, luck or talent, do you think Seth Rogen is who he is today had he never met Judd?
Yeah.
You think he would be still? I mean, I don't.
Not
think,
who he is today. I mean,
wouldn't be. He would never.
But that's so much of it. I mean, he's definitely an insane talent. But
he is an insane talent, but you need.
There's something
luck.
about
You need luck.
Yeah. Absolutely. A lot of life is luck.
But I think this is Bert trying to justify that he doesn't work hard or that he doesn't try to hone his craft. He's all about, he's all about the luck and premonitions, all this sort of shit. I think that's what he's telling me. I think so.
And a lot of life is like, I always say my luck was, I know my luck. I always try to
Rich
quantify
parents,
that sliding glass door moment.
7 years in college.
Tom
Rogan.
got invited to dinner with Charlie Murphy.
Hell yeah.
And Charlie Murphy was like 45 minutes late. And as Tom waited for Charlie Murphy and his
Mm.
group of friends, Rogan walked up to him and said, "Hey man, I'm Joe." And Tom's like, "I'm Tom." Joe's like, "You're really funny. We should hang out." And Tom's like, "Cool." That moment changed my life. Because had I never met Joe, I wouldn't be here today. That's the truth. I think too many people think they're the shit. You got to remember.
You think Charlie Murphy's tardiness set off a series of events that led us to this table right here
with
to this vodka existing?
I would argue Charlie Murphy is the reason we're all here today.
Wow.
I start going down rabbit holes because I do believe in time travel. Hardcore.
Don't say that. Some online trolls are gonna be like, "All right, got to go back in time and kill Charlie Murphy, so I don't have to fucking hear about Bert." You said that? Some fucking nerd is working on the math right now. He's going to Brooklyn in the 80s with a sniper. He's setting up shop.
He's like, I've had enough of this guy that doesn't believe in sleep apnea, AIDS, alcoholism.
Oh, you
and
don't
death.
believe in sleep apnea?
I don't believe in sleep apnea.
Wow.
I don't.
All right, we'll come back to the sleep apnea thing in a moment because it's probably one of the most dumbass takes I've ever heard come out of Bert Kreischer's inflamed mouth. But like I said, Bert's logic was flawless there. It was a rare moment of self-awareness and clarity that had almost become completely foreign to him. Isn't it funny, though, how the first thing that popped into Starvy's mind when Bert mentioned time travel is that his haters would want to go back in time to prevent Bert from getting famous. Amongst the top 250 comedy assassins, it's like an open secret how annoying and insufferable Bert is and how people are sick and tired of his face popping up everywhere. Like a couple of weeks ago at the baseball, how the broadcast cut to Ken Jeong in the crowd, but Bert had to take the moment and make it about himself and photobomb Ken by lifting his shirt up and drawing all the attention. Just look at how he shot up like a jack-in-the-box as soon as the camera panned over to them. And the best part is, MLB on Fox didn't even tag him on Instagram, and all the top comments were shitting on Bert for stealing the limelight. But prepare yourselves for the most dogshit medical advice you've ever heard, because Bert's take on dentists and sleep apnea is absolutely incredible. It was so bad that his own crew had to fact-check him.
You ready? You ready? Okay.
Yeah.
This is where I become. Either you love me or you go, I've had enough of him forever.
Yes.
Dentists are quacks. They don't believe in dentists.
Okay,
either.
love this. Great takes.
Dentists.
You have, and I did see 2 gold teeth in your mouth.
4. I have 4 gold teeth.
Who did that?
Dentists.
Dentists did that. Here's the reason you can have a sandwich right now without excruciating pain. But all right, I'm willing to hear you out. Okay. We'll throw that aside.
Okay. There are some good ones.
Yeah. Well,
I just think what happens with dentistry is a guy goes to school for 4 years and thinks that they should have, if you go to school for 4 years and you get to wear white, then you go, I should be getting boats and like, I need the finer things in life. But you're just a dentist. You're just technically like cleaning teeth and then replacing a tooth. It's like when club comics go, I got to start working theaters.
Okay.
And then they do theaters, but they get a shit deal because they're only doing one show. And they're like, well, I should have just stayed with clubs.
Sure.
So dentists always upsell you on stuff. I think the same happened with sleep apnea.
Okay.
I think sleep apnea was such a thing that was in the ethos
what? So why doesn't he believe in sleep apnea? Because he has it himself. He doesn't believe in it because he doesn't, like, what? Big up Osana Aziz.
We've seen the fall of the 2 bears. We've seen the fall of deeply closeted Tony. We've seen the fall of the thick boy nation, but the nation of Zing Bob is forever. Long live Zing.
Jeez. That's a lot of people that are passed through the doors, man. A lot of flipping people. God damn, it's a lot. Jesus Christ.
You know, like,
well, this is the fattest country in the history of time, so that's probably part of it.
And so what they started doing was going like, yo, we can sell these like $2,000 machines and tell people they need them. Look, they'll buy them. I don't give a f if they use them.
Yeah.
They're not going to die, but they'll buy them. Then they're going to realize I can't do this every night. And everyone's got a sleep apnea machine. I have 3 sleep apnea machines. I've never used a sleep apnea machine.
Yeah,
I have 3 of them.
You should do that.
What?
You should use them.
No, I can't. They're fucking bullshit.
They're not bullshit.
Do you have a sleep apnea
I
machine?
do. It literally changed my life.
Oh, hold on.
I swear to God, I have sleep apnea.
I'm still struggling to understand why he doesn't believe in sleep apnea. Like, what is the main reason behind not believing in it? Just what hope?
Fat as shit. But I was getting horrible sleep. I was waking up with headaches. I put the thing on. I sleep with it. If I forget it, it ruins my day.
Okay. Have you ever passed out and had good night's sleep without it?
Not really.
Why is it that black men always agree with my theories and white guys always poke holes in them? I was with 2 fucking brothers the other day and they were like, yeah, sleep apnea and alcoholism.
Well, you know, the black community is dealing with they have a lot of health problems. I think they should not be going to you. There's hypertension is tough. I bet sleep apnea is a problem.
What are you saying? Dentists go to school for 8 years? Dentists go to school for 8 years?
Yeah, they're like real doctors and they're very...
Dentists go to school for 8 years.
How do you not know this?
I guess.
So no one's getting a 25-year-old dentist. Every dentist is like 30 years old.
That's a great question.
Wow, that's crazy.
What are we doing here, B? That felt like a discount JRE clip. Can we just appreciate the irony of Bert not realizing that dentists go to school for 8 years when he went to school for 7 years, and the highlight for him was being featured in a Rolling Stone article that launched his career? That's right, Bert. Usually people who go to college for that long actually learn something and get real jobs out of it. Crazy, huh? But finally, this episode of 2 Bears, 1 Cave wouldn't be complete without Bert mentioning his daughters going off to college. It's almost as bad as Brendan Schaub starting every story by mentioning his kids' baseball practice.
His daughters must fucking hate him, man. His daughters must fucking hate him.
And finally, somebody called out Bert for constantly posting photos of himself crying on Instagram and then basically called him a straight-up liar.
I was dropping George off to college. I almost want to read the fucking text.
Yeah.
I'm dropping George off to college. I posted a picture of me crying. Or dropping Isla.
Yeah, that's tough. You got to stop doing that, man.
Yeah, exactly.
You
have to,
posting
please.
Pictures of you
No,
crying.
please.
You can just save that for the family scrapbook.
Exactly.
Nope. It's what I do. It's me. It's me. It's
Doesn't
100%
have to
me.
be.
It does. It does.
doesn't have to
It 100% does.
Oh, that got him. He did not like that. He did not like that. Nope. Like the looking down, refusing to budge, and then looking up, that's me. That actually got to him, innit? Ah, Stavros is a fucking legend. I fucking love Stavros, man. What a fucking legend. That actually got to him. Yeah, you gotta stop doing that. Nope.
I'm dropping George off at college. I posted a picture of me crying. Or dropping Isla.
Yeah, that's tough. You got to stop doing that, man.
No.
You got to stop posting pictures of you crying. You can just save that for the family scrapbook.
Nope. It's what I do. It's me. It's me.
Yo,
It's
big up
all
Assad, big up Assad, big up Assad.
Him talking to Stavey. This is like watching a coked out Henry Hill talk to Polly in Goodfellas.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Great reference. Exactly. Fantastic reference. Fantastic. Big up Assad.
Me. It does. It does. It 100% does.
Today could be the first day of the rest of your life, Bert. You could be the guy who keeps that to himself.
Did you unfollow me?
No.
Okay, then that's all I care about.
I wouldn't unfollow you.
Exactly.
You're my friend. But
I go unfollow me because I don't give
wouldn't unfollow my friend if he relapsed on heroin, but I'd be like, buddy, this is bad for you.
I
love the
I love how he didn't address it, by the way. I love how he didn't address the concerns and the issues. That, no, you're my friend. I'm not going to unfollow you because you post a cringy picture, but I prefer if you don't post those pictures anymore of yourself crying, fake crying, to try and get likes and engagement and shit off your kid. Like, what? That was sensational. Big up Stavros. I love him.
Semester of my freshman year, and then I got caught smoking weed, and I had to move back home, and that was horrible. But
for real?
Yeah. Different time. Your kids will be fine.
Yeah. They found I'm not going to get into it.
Good. See?
Yeah.
See?
Is this the new part of Bert?
This is new Bert.
No oversharing?
No oversharing. Look, we just did it.
Shut up.
You just did it, buddy.
You know, this would make my daughter so much happier.
See? I mean, it's happening in action. We're watching.
You know what? Why not just be the oversharing guy with your own business? Why do you have to be the oversharing guy, but then also, blow up your daughter's spot? Like, what is wrong with people? Grown ass man. If you're gonna overshare about your own things you get up to, fuck, whatever. Leave the little teenage girls alone, man. Like, they must. Oh, he must drive them mad.
The first time when I would drop Georgia off, I was crying, and Isla got a picture of me, and then she posted on my Instagram.
Yeah.
And so when I dropped Isla off, I was like, she posted one of me of Georgia when I dropped her off. I'm gonna post one of me. We were on the plane, and I was like, I'm gonna post a picture, and I posted it. I don't really care about like the Instagram, what people feel about it. Like, I don't really care. What was funny was all the people, all my friends that I grew up with. That's what I use Instagram for a lot. Is
no, you don't.
All my friends.
You
hit me
use
up.
your fuck. Now this is lying.
Exactly.
You use Instagram for your fucking career.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
You don't use it for your friends.
No, but I still post pictures of my family.
But it's your, you know what I mean? It's like a business thing, and I struggle with this too. Because,
but it's like when I first got on Instagram, it was just for friends and family.
But that's over. We know that.
Well, I know,
You
but I still post pictures like I post pictures of like the first day of school.
Sure.
I posted that.
That's cute. Yeah.
And so if it's just a business account, then I should scrub everything daughter-wise. But it's also weird because my entire career is about my family.
Bro, your entire career is not about...
Exactly. It's about being fun. Yeah, oh my God. Thank God podcast creators are saying what I was thinking.
Your family. It's about that bullshit story you made up about getting involved with the Russian mafia when you were 22 years old.
Mafia.
Remember?
What's up, brother?
Are you a YouTuber?
No.
Streamer?
No. I'm just a comedian.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hi. Can you tell us a joke?
Yeah, when I was 22 years old, I got involved with the Russian mafia. How's that?
I don't really get it.
I'm trying to think of a child-friendly joke I have. I don't know. I don't got one for you.
Oh, I just want to
Take care, brother.
I just want to ask if you were a YouTuber or anything.
No.
Oh, okay.
Just
Bye.
a comedian.
Right.
Sorry to let you down, brother. Have a good one.
Fuck me dead. That clip never gets old. Every time Bert brags about selling out arenas, somebody should pull up that clip to remind him that he couldn't even make 2 kids laugh in a fucking Target store.
Exactly.
But thank God for our boy Stubby for calling out Bert for all the annoying shit he posts on Instagram and how he should just keep it professional and leave his family out of it.
Exactly.
The frustrating thing for Bert is if he doesn't post every single moment of his life on Instagram, then he'll have nothing to share with his fans. He basically lives off the people around him, whether it's relying on Tom Segura for his monthly YMH paycheck, or the hundreds of comics he uses to sell tickets to his shows, or all the content he forces his wife and kids to be a part of. At least he can admit that it all started with Joe Rogan. Anyway,
Okay,
make sure you
finally.
go and check out the link in the description to my Patreon if you're interested in my longer form.
Okie dokie, my friends. I'm about to leave you for now because I'm fucking knackered. I'm going to pick up the second part of this stream tomorrow in the morning because I'm off tomorrow. So I'll pick up the second part of this stream tomorrow in the morning. So apologies for those of you who are tuning in. For the long one, we'll do the long one on part 2. So we'll do a long one part 2 tomorrow morning. I've got a bunch of chin stuff. There's TFATK stuff to talk about. So tune in tomorrow morning. We'll do part 2 of the stream. Yeah? It'll probably be around, what, 11 o'clock my time? Probably 10. No, let's say 10 a.m. my time. I'll probably wake up by then. And we'll do it. And we'll do it. And we'll do it. And we'll stream live on Random Show. So make sure you like the stream before you leave. Like the stream. And we'll do a chin. Oh, we'll do chin tomorrow. We'll do chin in the morning. Not tomorrow, but in the morning. If that makes sense, right? Today, later. So we'll do chin later. So big up everybody in the stream chat tuning in. Appreciate you. Like the stream down below if you can. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow because I want to give it my full. I'm fucking going to sleep behind my glasses here because I've been in the gym and shit and working hard, you know. My body is aching. So we'll do it in a few hours. We'll come back and we'll do part 2 of this particular episode of the show. All right, people? Big up everybody tuning in. Appreciate you. Make sure you like the stream down below. Don't be lame. Like the stream down below. Like the stream down below. Please like the stream down below. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow in a few hours. Or in a few hours. Not tomorrow, in a few hours. Be well. Be safe, people. Take care. Be safe. See you in a few hours. Peace.